We'll do that. Okay, now that we've done that, we can do this.
Includes reviews and critiques of various products, movies, and works of art, and uses content for educational purposes. This program complies with YouTube's terms of service, including its fair use policy.
Are you enjoying what you see week after week? Consider giving us a like and subscribe. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot. Click the little button and give us a thumbs up. Follow our very talented panel. And for butter's sake, go to rosalescomics.com and buy a friggin' comic already.
Let's talk about pop culture madness, memes and reboots, retro classic legends in their suits, Avatar, Star Wars, anime too. We'll talk about the sequels to what's coming through. Sunday come, we go live, covering everything you crave and why. We got cheer up all that you need. We got the pulse of the pop culture speed. Super Sunday wrap up. Sunday, that's what all we're talking about. The Super Sunday wrap up. Sunday, that's what we're talking about. Super Sunday, wrap up everything you know. Join the fun, break it down every single show with Super Sunday.
Oh yeah!
I've got one that can see.
Sunday, all the news never be the same.
Oh, bummers. Bummer. Well, there we go. I was going to show something new and fun and wonderful and exciting. But it's not working yet, so I'll have to work on that. Here, let me...
I enjoyed the intro.
Well, yeah, that was a nice intro, but let me share with you my embarrassment, if I will. Right here, see where it says an error occurred?
Yeah.
Super Sunday Wrap-Up was going to go live on rosalesentertainment.com.
Aww.
And it was going to be live right there where an error occurred, along with the backups of the previous episodes. So they're all just kind of lined up on the website there up until July 1st. We're going to get the rest of them up as we go along. And so if you want to go back and see what's what without having to scroll through the YouTube tabs and all the other minutiae, and you're just interested in what the heck we said at that time about this and that, now this is where you can go. rosalesentertainment.com /
Skibidi toilet.
Yes, we did talk about that. And the Haktua. Oh, it's kind of like going back in time, like memory lane here. All out, Bash on the Beach, Red Hulk. What's that sound? Good times, everybody. But yeah, one day soon we will have it live streaming on our website as well. But until then, enjoy us on the on Twitter, enjoy us on the YouTube, enjoy us on the Rumble. And if you guys decide to share it anywhere, we'll enjoy it on your channel as well.
Yeah.
But good morning, Charles. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Kitty. How are y'all doing?
Good evening, Kitty. Okay. Gosh.
Good evening.
Yeah, she's in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 7 p.m. over here.
Oh, shit. What happens today? Let us know.
Not much, actually. I didn't do much today. It was Sunday.
It was a Sunday, yes. Well, maybe if you're here long enough, we can ask you how Monday's going.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we're going to be on that long, are we? What's the music?
This is like a little cartoon-free music.
Oh. It really does suit us, I think. What?
Charles, how's your sleep?
Charles, aren't you cartoony?
How's your sleep holding up?
What? I'm up to something nefarious. What were you saying? I'm too busy being a character.
How's your sleep rhythm going? Have you started
Awful.
to try to adjust to the new surroundings or future surroundings?
No, because people who live upstairs decided to have some sort of fiesta until an hour ago. And they're not light-footed. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's better if I could just sleep on the entire plane ride. That would be a very big benefit.
If you just run down to one of the nurseries or what do you call them, daycares, and grab one of those sleepy time patches they put on them kids.
Yeah.
There's an actual thing? What do you mean
yes.
patches?
Oh, you never heard about that? Somewhere there was a daycare center that was putting these what they called nap patches on the kids, and it put them to sleep. And
What? They call that chloroform.
Yeah, they were drugging the kids and putting them under so they didn't have to really watch them.
Oh,
while they were.
Do you have their number?
I don't have their
Nap
number,
pads.
but somebody had their number and
Nap
they went after
pads.
them.
Okay, no, now they obviously it's showing me little like beds
there
and
we
things.
So I don't think they were meant for kids. But
No.
if you have trouble sleeping, there are
Speak for
aids you
yourself.
can take.
So what, like it's an ambient patch?
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
throw it on. When you get on the plane to sit down, that's when I would throw it on. Right at that point, I wouldn't put it on before because you might get on the wrong plane. But once
True.
you're in line, throw on a patch.
Yeah.
I don't know, in line? You could also mess it up if you're in line. I'd say sit down.
I mean,
Seatbelt.
in line
You
to
start
get to the-
slurring when they ask you important questions, and no, you can't. You gotta wait for the next one. Wait.
I'm supposed to be in.
Aren't we boarding? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
cut off.
First class, I think.
First class. Yeah, first class.
I wanted a window, but this fat guy took up 2 seats.
The music is so good.
Good morning, Gray. What the hell did you walk into?
I'm just wondering why you guys didn't opt for, like the wheelchair to the gate service. Then, you take the patch the second you arrive at the airport, you're good to go.
Ooh.
I had that before. I went
I-
on a plane.
I
when
will have
broke
that
my hip.
tomorrow.
Somebody has done
Ah.
this before. Very good.
I
Gray.
don't grab wheels unless I'm shopping in Walmart.
Hmm.
I've got to wear my
Man of principle.
superhero chest plate thing.
There you go. Good morning, Gray. How have you been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, good times. Yeah, I'm finally enjoying myself again. I don't know. Friday was the end of my second 75 hard. I think Bob knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
But man, so I'm just enjoying life again. It's great. I actually got to sleep and not just spend all my time doing stuff that I hated.
Awesome. I
What
don't
is
know
that?
what any of that means. but
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
glad.
either.
I'm happy for you.
There's this stupid mental challenge thing where you've got to do 7 things. You've got to work out 45 minutes outside. You've got to work out 45 minutes inside. You've got to follow some sort of diet plan, drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages of self-help, take a progress photo, and no alcohol or cheat meals for 75 days. So I just finished that. Now I'm enjoying
See
sleep.
the
It's great.
Progress photo.
No, I've got 75 of them, but you will never see them.
What's the point?
That's that OF. You got to get the OF for that.
Hmm.
You got to pay for those.
That'll
So
be
yeah,
the,
just
yeah. We'll put them up on the Patreon. So
hell yeah.
Yes, boost engagement.
boosting-
But yeah, finally enjoying life again. It was great to just sleep yesterday. And hey, bread, it's great.
You ate bread.
Do you know what gluten is? All I know is that it's delicious.
Oh. I had cider last night, so I'm definitely not going to do one of those things. So.
Cider, is that
Cider's
like
awesome.
alcohol?
It's alcohol.
It's the real cider.
Ah.
What do you think, Rizal? It's just apple juice? Come on.
Yeah.
It's ladies' beer, basically.
Oh,
Honestly, that's
weird.
what I was kind of thinking, to be honest. I was thinking apple cider.
5%
it is
alcohol?
November.
It really it's really nice, and it goes down way too easy, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, no, what happened?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Let's take a look here. Let me make it bigger.
Uh-oh.
We lost 1 subscriber. We were at 4,
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
and we lost a subscriber.
Who did
Oh, that
that?
sucks.
That is
Live?
so sad to me.
They
I got-
literally. Okay.
It was
Wow.
it was 400. Now it's 399. Not that we were any close to being monetized or anything, but we
One
had
closer.
a nice
It's
round.
500. You're
rounded number. Yes, it's 500. That's
39.9%. Well, no, excuse me. 78%.
Ha ha!
and
Thwarted.
oh, did you thwart me?
Refresh.
Refresh. Oh, okay. Now I feel better. Thank you, Kitty. After 39 years, finally subscribing to my channel.
So does that mean that it was Kitty that just unsubscribed? Or...
Yes, it was me.
Hmm.
It was me.
Wow.
She did it for the attention, right there. We need one of those. What do the kids call them these days? Raids or something like that? I don't know what that
Yes.
is. You know,
Is that what the kids call them?
that's what the kids are calling
Raids.
calling it a raid. Yes.
You have to, but the thing is, you have to be quite a big channel to be able to do a proper raid. Like that helps you link through to another channel. Otherwise, you're like, guys, here's the link. Let's go there, and then maybe 3 or 4 people come through.
Well, that's all I really want. I mean, let's boost this up by, let's say 5. Let's try that. That's a new goal. 405 is our new goal for the show. You know, let's be a little modest.
Us staring at a number, I don't think it's going to drive. There you go.
You never know.
Look, number, go up, number.
Go up, number.
Aren't you entertained? Look, the number.
Do something.
Let's see.
Do a flip.
What's the show all about?
Nothing.
The numbers.
Nefarious cartoon things.
Guys, shows about nothing have done well in the past.
But
Well,
not
this
Pop-Tart,
show is about a whole lot of nothing, including Hungry Movie. A
Hungry Hippos? Oh.
It's kind of like a Hungry Hippos movie.
Really?
Okay.
They really doing that?
Yes, it's not put on by Mattel or whoever owns that.
Snyder Brothers.
But it's a
I
horror
hope it's
movie
going to be A24.
in that
A
same
horror movie.
vein.
A24.
Oh,
I'm hoping so. I think they could do it very artistically.
That sounds Blumhousey.
But yeah,
does sound
it's a horror
Blumhouse.
movie about an angry hippo that also happens to be hungry. We'll
Does he only
maybe
eat marbles?
gloss over the Tyson V Paul match that people are not excited about. And I think
Not at
that's
all.
that's the interesting thing there is that people are not excited about it. Wait, that's the wrong tab. There we go.
Hey.
It's
there's
the
a
wheel.
It's the wheel. And let's see, we may
Charles,
talk about Pal World. We
What?
may have a little garlic phone there.
Ooh.
Netflix was raided by the police.
What?
There's a Zelda movie in the works that may or may not show up before 2030. So,
Okay.
depending
I'm
on
really
if,
interested in all of these.
depending on if anybody
Except for
watches
that garlic phone.
about watch the Vox Machina, we may do that. So,
How many weeks have we been doing that?
we,
With
you
quote
know what?
marks?
It's now a permanent fixture on there that we will
Yes.
never get to. The Vox
This is
Machina.
like week 8 of not talking about Vox Machina.
And we'll probably drop theaters and new DVDs because I hadn't had a chance to look at those. So,
Nice.
so the permanent things are gone.
Physical media loses again.
Hell yeah.
Releases
Welcome
again.
to the future.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Someone in the chat. Oh, it's my new subscriber. Spinner. So shall we spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh my god. Yeah. Spin
Or
the
should
wheel.
I say
What the fuck
lady
was he
and
doing?
gentlemen's? Or should I not say any of
Did
them?
you just assume my gender?
Which way? You know what? With about 4,500 genders, it's safe that I will misgender you.
Yes.
Just accept it.
Don't worry, I'll correct you.
Are you looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to it, Bob?
I am.
I'm just going to start calling you Bob from now on. Can we hear the spinner?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can.
It's gonna make the little
Oh.
music as we get to new to DVD.
Oh,
Hell
man.
yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's
Finally.
talk about what's new to DVD. I love it. What do
Who
we
knows?
got?
Who knows?
Wait. I actually think I have one though because I saw
one?
a article and I did not read it, but I saw the headline. Okay, and
Okay.
it said the Lord of the Rings is re-releasing.
Ooh,
It
like
was
a
out in theaters a couple
4K
weeks ago.
steelbook or something?
Possibly.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? I believe I've seen some versions of the movie, but I didn't see the like 4K theater version of the movie.
Yeah.
So you've never
Like
seen it?
telenovelas. Oh, I got to tell you about that, Kitty. That
He
is
fucking missed. I'm sorry. Sorry.
the mama
Nothing.
kitty is meowing about the house looking for 2 of her 4 babies.
Oh,
He missed.
she's got 4 now.
Not
No.
anymore. Not anymore. We gave away
that-
2.
Oh,
Oh.
shy.
Okay.
Deportation begins now.
Glad that it ended that way, that it was given
Yeah,
away.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no one died.
Like, wait, is this going to be a sad story?
No. We went through like PetSmart's adoption thing on the outside of it. So there was a joyful 9-year-old girl who had lost her elderly cat. That we
I
were
hope
able
you're
to
telling
give
the truth.
2 orange kittens to.
When is he?
I don't know, but I want him to be. You know what? I want to believe him. I decided I believe him because
it's really hard to tell without a female that really knows me punching me in the shoulder to tell whether or not I'm telling the truth. Most of the women in my lives will punch me if I start to lie excessively, because to me,
Arm is purple then.
to me, it's, okay, I'll tell jokes a lot. To me, they're called jokes. To other people, they're called lies.
Lies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, liar.
So. But no, we did give away the 2 of her kittens, and she has. It's been about 7 days now. So, at first she was going to each
7
door
days.
and meowing at the doors and trying to get out to look for them. Yesterday, she got out of the house and ran around in the yard to try to find them. But at some point, she's going to give up.
This is an atrocious
Yeah.
story.
I hope
It is,
so. I feel
but
bad
it shows
for
how
her.
much a mother cares. That's kind of awesome. I'm glad she didn't give up as quickly as some.
And the other 2 are like, "Hello, we're
Yes.
here."
The
Thanks for
cat
saying it,
foster
Charles.
system.
This is an
But
atrocious story.
it's better than her hiding dead kittens in the closet.
Oh, it
which is what
got
she did
worse.
last time.
Yeah, it did get worse. Look at that.
The,
Last
the
time she
music
lost
went
every single one
perfectly
of
with them.
You know, usually when I think about kitties, it's always happy things and nice things and cute little cats with big eyes and little kittens and stuff like that. Not like
Instead,
hiding
it's
dead
split
cats.
families and mothers burying
Yeah.
their dead ones.
Yeah, like that. Big kitties, eyes like that, and big face like that. Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to hear about this real life business of
Rosales-
cats.
I'm a
I don't
dog
want to know
guy.
that they live like
That's
we
what-
do.
guy.
That's
But,
why I get scared when Zana starts telling
Dude,
cats
it started with
stories.
a meow, and Kitty's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I hear a cat," and Rosale's like, "Yeah, it doesn't have kids anymore."
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
know,
hear
totally
that?
that happens
She's
to
in
me.
mourning. She's in mourning, guys. You hear that?
Oh.
That
Aw.
loser doesn't feel good.
And, it leaves like what 4 open teats to choose from.
Damn.
Keep digging.
So I can
Rosale.
only be here for one topic, guys. So
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We just did one.
Yeah,
New to DVD
I'll see
is
you later,
missing
kitties.
cats.
Yeah.
yes. Let's see. Well, do you want to do a Gardic phone while you're here, or do you want to choose one of the other ones? Do you want to
no, let the
Let
the
wheel
wheel.
spin it.
Let the wheel.
Let the
spin.
Electoral College decide. There's such a tiny garlic on there.
It is.
Mm.
It's
No,
only
we're
a
not-
single
Oh, we're getting.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Hey,
there you
filler
go.
content.
Hey, all right.
What is it?
This is when we
Come back next week.
This is let's
Vox
not talk
Machina
about
is a cartoon that we did. We kind of watched the second seation of it, and we recapped the first season of it, and now the third season is over, and that's
We
it.
don't like it anymore. Okay.
Well, we just
It's a legend.
We'll talk about it next week. Don't worry. Come back. It'll be up there.
eventually we'll get to it. We'll recap 3 seasons in one show.
Yes. Absolutely.
It'll be the only topic.
So we're 0 for 2 here already.
Where the phone's gone? No, we got a chance.
Hey,
Keep going.
this might actually mean something. Kitty's played
Oh.
Pal World.
I have played Pal World. That is
I
true.
love Pal World.
Goodness.
What
I didn't prep
looks
that
like
one. I thought I
Ghostbusters?
prepped it.
Big
No. It's Pokemon with guns. Come on.
Oh man,
Come on,
it's
Charles.
amazing.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's amazing.
So, yeah, this is actually, I thought I prepped it, but I prepped it for Friday night.
Ooh, so it's going to be even spicier.
Yeah.
Would you like me to drop
This
some
is X-rated Pal World.
color words?
Let me see if I can bring up a presentation.
I think that's the topic we were about to talk about before I fell asleep, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, as announced on September 19th, 2024, the Pokemon Company and Nintendo Limited have filed a patent infringement lawsuit against
Ooh.
the Pocket Pair, the company that makes
Yeah,
Power
the
World.
3 guys
Pocket
in a
Pair.
fucking garage that make that game, yeah.
Yeah, we have received inquiries from various media outlets regarding the status of the lawsuit, so skip that last part. The plaintiffs claim that Pal World, released by us on January 19th, infringes upon the following 3 patents held by the plaintiffs
Wow.
and are
It's
seeking
almost
an
been a
injunction
year.
against the game and compensation for a portion of the damages incurred between the date of registration of the patents and the date of filing this lawsuit. Okay, so when they filed the lawsuit, filed the patents, and they got the patents approved, and when they filed the lawsuit, that's the point in time that they want monies from. Okay, not previous sales or not from when they began doing the game, because they sold the game before they even registered the patents.
Oops.
Okay, for example, there's a targeting patent that was filed. They filed it in July, and then it was approved in August. They filed a patent in February, and it was approved in May. And then they did a application in March, and it was approved in July. Okay, so that's when these three patents were done. Okay, well after January, by the way.
Sounds like the
Yes.
find out portion of the.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see what I can get you on, and then we'll file patents and then sue you for it. It's basically the way Nintendo's doing this.
Bafo.
I can't really see this very well, but basically
Those are pictures.
Those are pictures of the Nintendo.
Looks like a diagram, maybe.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's a
basically,
diagram
this
of
one
a
is
Switch.
about throwing something at something else. So their
What?
game is now familiar, similar to the Pokemon game, because their game throws stuff at something else.
I think
Okay,
we call that dodgeball.
and
Well, I mean, can Mario sue them then? He used to throw fireballs. I mean, that was
Yeah.
back to the 80s.
Actually, I thought he like spit them out of his mouth. Like, dunk.
this
I made that
one
noise.
is about
Unclear.
capturing something in something. So if, like, say you have a ball,
Kinder egg?
capture an animal in it.
Kinder egg.
That is also similar.
I don't get why we need the diagram of the Switch, though, to explain those to us.
It is intriguing.
That's what's
Is
throwing
it-
me off here. I'm
Is
very
it maybe like the buttons that you need to press on to catch?
I
Is that
don't know.
I mean, there's no way they can't patent a button.
And-
See, so the buttons, they slide over the little monitor thing. And image 2 there shows you what happens if you slide them off
Yeah.
the monitor.
Yes.
Whoa.
And image
Wow.
4 shows that Pal World clearly ripped us off.
Now this
Like, what-
patent is about writing something, Kitty. It's
God.
about writing something.
Dude, so they're gonna sue every game ever made. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds
So,
like
like,
Monster
in
Hunter's
conclusion.
next.
Yeah. You know,
everybody.
Come for
Monster
us.
territory.
Come for Capcom.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now, apparently, I don't know
Fafo.
exactly why. I don't know why the courts said, okay, you just they released
Money?
this game, and then you file these patents after they released the game, and now you want to sue them for infringing on your patent now? Okay, let's do it.
Did Eileen Cannon approve it?
This was a Japanese court.
Ah,
Eileen
there we
Cannon
go.
approve
That
it?
was gonna be my question.
What is that? I wish I knew that what joke you're making.
She's going to be
Charles.
a.
No, it's not. It's not a joke. This was filed in a court in Japan.
I was
It's
joking.
Two Japanese courts, companies
I wish I.
fighting in Japan. You know, with giant kaiju's.
Eileen Cannon will be DA in January, Kitty.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that is. I just ignored it.
She's a judge in Florida, the one who threw out our future president's case.
Possibly a kaiju. It's hard to tell.
Maybe
Could go either way.
I don't know how big she is in Florida.
How is that a thing?
What giant
Because
No,
if you have money, you win.
No.
Money, congratulations, you win.
So yeah, and I guess so that it's just like they could file those patents, and now let's fight about them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of
I didn't see your bank account.
a lot of international courts are a little bit different. Like I do believe they would have trouble bringing that in the U.S. because it existed before the patents, but I'm not sure. Because like here we kind of have precedent, like with copyright. You have copyright exists in creation. Something's created when it's fixed. Something is fixed when it's put into a tangible medium that lasts for more than a transitory duration. So essentially, like just the fact that you have something means that it is copyright. But we've got different levels of copyright proof. Like essentially, you could just mail yourself an envelope that says like I did this on this date, and then that postmark would be one level of proof. A level of proof higher than that would be like to actually send it to a lawyer, and then the best level of proof would be to actually get it like trademarked, copyrighted, whatever. But all of those dates factor in. That's the whole thing about like, okay, so if it's not opened and it's postmarked, you have proof that you had it before this date. So then that retroactively gives you some sort of standing that, you know, you did this before it was owned by somebody else or whatever, and then you could actually fight their claim to ownership. In this case, since it's international, I have no idea what Japan's laws on this are, but it appears to be a lot more lenient.
What a nerd. Did you read all that?
No, I had to memorize it for school. It is like indelibly burned into my brain. I know copyright.
How do you get into copyright school?
You flunk out of other schools and then they accept you.
That's hilarious.
He fired off the mail yourself something thing. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but that's from 100 years ago. Now you can just post it online.
You just don't open it. You seal it. Yeah.
And if you want to prove that you did it, you got the Wayback Machine. Oh no, that's been attacked.
Well, like the whole Depp versus Heard, he was found guilty or whatever in England, but here less so. And the Netflix case against Baby Reindeer seems to have legs over there. Meanwhile, here it wouldn't last an hour.
Yeah.
So it's weird how law is different.
Yeah.
Because law.
Yeah, it seems to be more
countries are
fair in the United States.
Did you say fair?
And balanced.
Fair.
But we're not going there today. We're avoiding that this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are watching us, whenever you're watching us out there in the interwebs. We will be doing that.
Come back. Why do I know the words to this?
Because it's so dang
It's the kaiju song, right?
Yes, it is. And it's super catchy.
Oh, I don't recognize it, but thanks.
I know like the
like
Rosales official soundtrack by this point. This is kind of frightening.
This is hilarious. Let me see if I can just give Kitty a little bit.
Kitty, this is track 6 on the soundtrack.
Okay.
Let me give you this real quick here. It'll pop up.
I want the adverts for the whole album. 90s style.
Jimmy was a guy who flew in from New York. He was looking for some fun. He landed in Tokyo, neon lights that blow till the sirens started to run. Run back! Run back! Run back to where you once belong. Run back! Run back to where you once belong. Run back, Jimmy. Susan saw the beast as it towered over streets, and she thought she had
celebrating years of
running through the alley.
Celebrating?
In a craze, crossing paths with Jimmy was by her side.
Birthday last week before.
Now that's what I call AI.
Run back to where you once belong.
Music video award goes to
Gojira. Still in the cold children. Stay away from the cats.
Oh, he's having a good old time.
Neon lights are flashing, while monsters keep on crashing in the heart of Tokyo.
Oh no, she's stuck in the hospital. She's taken away. Oh goodness, thank you. He passed by without harming the helpless woman.
Run back.
Oh! That, come on.
Run back to where you once
Watch where you're going, Jimmy.
I mean, the song was telling her to run.
Run back.
Can't run back.
Run back to where you once belong.
He needs to run back, I suppose. But his tail will knock everything on the way. Thick boy!
Oh no. Got a tiny head for those big legs.
Oh yeah.
Thick buoy.
Yes, he's very, very thick. Godzilla is thick.
With 2 C's.
Like, there we go. That's better. So yeah, it's just a catchy tune, you know, and it sounds like it was made in the '60s. And
Entirely too catchy.
I don't consider myself a fan of surf rock, but every time you put something together, Rosales, I'm like, I'm going to remember
Now
that
you
for
are.
at least a
Now
month.
you are.
Surf rock is awesome. It's death metal without the distortion.
He's gonna listen to it on the plane.
I have my copy of Now 3.
Well, yeah, guys, I need to get going. I'm so sorry.
No,
it's daylight savings. They've messed everything up. I'm an hour in the
Indeed.
future.
No, you're not.
you are.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you.
I thought you don't do that.
You did.
No,
But
they don't. We
they-
do.
they-
We
yeah.
are living in the past. She's living in the future. It's
Whoa.
it's
What
weird.
have you got going on this?
This week
I have to look forward to.
This week, I am not sure what I will be diagramming, but on Thinkers on Thursday, we will be doing a food think.
Ooh.
Very controversial. We will be asking questions that involve pineapple, that
Does
It
it
belongs
involve
in pizza.
pepperoni?
involve pepperoni, yes, and who is the food police? And
Not
things
England.
Charles.
and things like what Michelin stars. What's with those? So we'll go
Again,
and go.
England.
And you get a Michelin star by having beans on toast. Question.
Exactly. We'll figure it out.
You can't do like jiggle physics on Thursday and then do food the week after?
You can talk about
Why?
Jello.
You can do both with Jello.
Because
Yes.
there's a
You might
slim
have to-
chance I'll be there Thursday. So,
Okay.
do video game dumb stuff.
A video game dumb stuff. Okay, fine. I'll see if I can. I'll see
No,
what
no.
I can move around.
I'm only one person. It's fine.
Yes, but we all wish.
Do you
we
want to do
were.
a diet think?
We all wish. we
Food
were.
think, Charles?
I do.
Food like-
I'll be right in the middle of Blandville.
You know, my doctor.
on, brown sauce.
This week, I had an appointment with the doctor. As I continue with the good news,
Yeah.
Tell us what else is missing, Rosales.
Yeah. What else died?
I was telling her how I was feeling about. That's what I call.
Welcome to the joke.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. ADHD. Anyway, I was telling her about how I was uneasy about the week, you know, and just kind of trepidatious. A lot of people have felt that way this week about, you know, the events of our time, if you will, you know, and current events. So she offered to up my medication. And I'm like, no, I
Based?
think this is transitory. I don't think I need extra meds. I think
Send 'em to me.
Are
I'll
you
take it.
sure, though?
And so she said, okay. And then she called in a prescription for vitamin D, which is something you take in the wintertime
Sun.
because you don't get enough sun. And it's kind of like an extra happy kind of.
Sadly, most people are deficient in the D. Take the
Gotta
D.
get that D.
That's what she said. Such an easy joke. Such an like.
But I mean, why not?
You gotta take
The
it.
D
I'm a
is
man.
always easy.
I'm a man. I'll take the shot whenever.
Ooh.
Are you backwards, Kitty?
Am I backwards?
Yeah, because
Yes, you are backwards.
your C is not a C.
Oh, I can flip. I'll flip my camera next
No, it's
time.
not important. I just want to make sure you were backwards.
Yeah, flip it right before you turn it off. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
So go see
Anyway.
Great. Tell everybody where they can find Kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Online.
Of course. Every Thursday. Ah, there we go. Check out The Thinkers on That Darn Kidda's channel. YouTube
Maybe
at That
we'll-
Darn Kidda.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a Charles. Maybe we won't.
Chances are
exciting.
slim on Thursday. But
And if we're lucky, we get a Rosales to come and draw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the Gartic phone.
One day I may
portion.
officially be a thinker. Who knows?
Well, depending on when your children graduate from school.
I know.
Okay,
I'm all for it.
I'll
Stick my beamer.
maybe get. I don't know if I became the nanny, then I wouldn't be able to do thinkers either, because I would be
You know,
just
I
doing
would
the
be
school run.
homeschooling if somebody hadn't taken a gun for the school.
Mhm.
So
ugh.
again,
Yay, more happy
everybody
topics.
down. I'm bringing everybody down.
Okay, well, thanks guys, and thanks Rosals. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Yes, watch it on
Indeed.
replay. Now that you're a
Bye,
subscriber.
Kitty.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
And then there were 4.
Just like your cats.
No, only 2 now.
I love that.
Oh, right.
Well, if we're going kittens.
We do have 4 cats now because they were sisters and one of them got preggers. And that's what happened.
Floozy.
And then we had 6, and which is too much.
Oh, you do have 4 now. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, you were right on the nose with that.
Well, I'm sorry for incorrecting you.
That's awesome. Bob, did you fall asleep again?
No, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Wide awake.
This is your topic, sir. The possible Zelda film.
Yes.
Yes, Zelda. Where's that at? Here we go. Still getting used to what's going on here on the restream. Okay. So this comes to us from IGN. Confirmation comes from a Nintendo financial report that looks to the company's future. One side, under the
End of the
title Visual
decade.
Content, lists Blockbuster Super Mario Brothers movie as coming out in 2023, its sequel in 2026, and The Legend of Zelda movie in 2020X. So sometime before
2020X.
Yes.
Is that 2030? What is 2020X?
Well, we've got to solve for X. See, it could be any number.
Oh.
So they threw in mathematics. Or
I'm going to guess and say it's not 1, 2, 3, or 4.
or 5. even.
No.
Well,
And
I think it's
possibly
going to be
not even
9.
6, because they mentioned something that's coming in 2026. So it's either 7, 8, or 9.
Mhm.
Wow.
They are less specific than Marvel for their untitled projects.
Sure.
And they said, in the field of visual content, we are making direct investments and are deeply involved in the planning and development of multiple productions. Nintendo President Sharuto Kurokawa.
Garuto.
Where's my nice hat?
Yeah, where's your hat? You gotta put your hat on and say that.
Jeez. Did you happen to see that one, Gray or Charles? I put on a nice little hat on After Dark.
what is a nice hat?
It's well,
And how little?
Cole
Yeah.
called it. A
Sadly, I
rice-
didn't see it.
Cole called it a rice hat, and
Oh.
Oh,
That paints
If you were-
pictures.
if you were to see somebody in a rice patty wearing a hat, it looks a lot like one of those.
oh, so it's not a Kangol. Okay,
No,
No.
because I have a
No,
nice hat.
it's
Slightly more of a brim.
like a pyramid but round. What do you call this?
Oh, Raiden's head.
Yes, I looked a lot like Raiden.
Oh,
And
that doesn't seem
Based.
offensive at all.
no,
The Christopher
it was more
Lambert
offensive
rating.
on Friday night. So go back and check that if you will. If you want to be offended, or if you want to laugh at people being offended.
I'll wait till I'm at the airport and just throw it on the screen there and see what happens around me.
There's a nice little screen capture that Cole put up on Twitter that makes me look a lot like Fu Manchu. Back to the less offensive stuff. The Super Mario Brothers movie, a joint production with Illumination, was released in April. This film was enjoyed by people of all ages worldwide, regardless of gaming experience. And I guess that's important. Zelda 22X.
Is Mario purposely looking like a Bob's Big Boy there?
I guess so, if you're going to call him Mario.
Mario? I don't know.
Come on, it's Mario.
Yeah. And Luigi Mario.
Mario. That's my name.
I do like the way Bob Hoskins says it.
Yes.
He's got just put a plate of something edible on his hand there. Who ordered the cheesecake?
Typical Italian cuisine. Who ordered the cheesecake?
The spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
With the sauce.
It's Mario. Who's gonna eat
gravy?
It's kind of crazy that I feel like we're gonna get both GTA 6 and a Blade movie before this Zorro movie ever comes out.
The Zorro movie?
Did I say Zorro? I said
Yes,
Blade.
You said you were going to get Blade and GTX before Zorro.
I think he said he was going to blade himself.
Oh, before Zorro.
I think he meant before
Oh,
Zelda.
Yeah, before Zelda.
Yeah.
We'll probably get a
There
Zorro
is
movie before
a rumored
Zelda,
Zorro movie.
Yeah, see?
It is actually Zorro. Now I forget what it is, but it's the team up between Django and Zorro. It's like the merging of two cinematic worlds that keeps kind of getting put off. But
I was hoping you were finally going to say we were getting a sequel to Zorro the Gay Blade.
Oh, that would be great.
It would be.
Sadly, no. Instead, more Mario.
So it says here, we know next to nothing about the movie itself, though. Ball has said that he wants it to be a live-action Miyazaki, referencing the beloved filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki, the director of Studio Ghibli.
Sounds
Ghibli. I've done murdered it.
Giblets?
And creator of a myriad of anime classics such as My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, and Spirited Away. Ball still plans for the Zelda movie to be a serious adaptation that feels real and has made clear he doesn't intend to use much motion capture and make it a grounded film.
Oh, all right.
So I don't expect there to be a lot of, well, excuse me, princess.
I guess I just don't understand it because they're talking. Hey, Brian. So they're talking about making it live action, but then they're also talking about making it Miyazaki, which is, I don't know, just a very fun, very heightened version. And what I'm left thinking of is like the Lion King live action. It's like, okay, we're going to take every bit of fun out of this. And when they're talking about not motion captured, I don't know what the hell that means. So the tone that they're trying to talk about makes no sense to me. And I know everything involved, like the ones that they're talking about. So I'm confused as to what this is going to be, but we'll see.
Have you seen what Stitch looks like for the live action thing?
I have.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because they have till 2020X to figure out what they're going to do. So
true.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
We'll eventually get a screen capture of somebody dressed as Link. And
First
we'll go,
100 days of our 48th president.
Okay. Yes.
5 years away, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Still 2029.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to look forward to. I thought I was the most depressing person here, but yes. Let me see if I can change
I mean, we're all fighting for that title at all times, aren't we?
Most depressing person.
Ooh.
Sounds like
It sounds appropriate to talk about Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't know why Zelda's up in the corner. But we do have Zelda up in the corner here.
The boy and the heroine.
Boy and the Heroine. What'd you say?
Isn't that the one that came out last year?
Boy and the Heroine.
I think it's
New
Haran.
York Story.
Haran.
That is the most recent one, yes.
Yes, Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Yes, the heroine. Yes.
Kid
Got any
age,
more of that
whatever.
Miyazaki?
Train Spotting 3.
Saucy.
I gotta be honest. I like the whole Zelda Link story. I hope they can do it justice. There's a lot of kind of backstory between all of those games. I don't know. I hope they pull it off, but I don't know if the audience is just like champing at the bit for a Zelda movie right now.
I don't think so. Maybe in 2020X, but not now.
But I have to think like I'm not the target audience for this, right? Like you'd want kids, ideally. Kind of like the Mario thing. I know Mario's somewhat timeless, but I don't know. I guess I'm hoping Zelda is. I'm just not sure.
Why have they never done Zelda? As far as
Well,
movies,
I mean, there was a cartoon back in the day that was kind of.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
That was my reference. Excuse me, princess. That was my reference.
I remember.
They took that line from Steve Martin's stand-up act and put it in as part of Link's gimmick. That at any point during the program, when she would one-up him, he would say, "Well, excuse me, princess." And
wow. Can't wait to see a 2-hour movie about that.
it's also Pepe Le Pewing her for a long time, so it's in between that, dragging her in the mud and chasing her skirt.
Wow.
And then
Forget the Link was also in whatever that weird cartoon was, where like it was a regular person with a Nintendo controller. They got sucked into it, so then it was like them and a whole bunch of. I forget what that one was, but Link was one of the recurring characters.
Power Glove movie?
It wasn't a movie. It was just a TV show. So you had like an average kid. I think it was like Kid Icarus, and like there's like 6 other Nintendo characters that like followed him on his quest.
Or something like that.
That's the one, Captain N. That's why I couldn't remember it. Those N words. I can't remember them.
Mm-hmm. You can help, Bob. Help him out.
I think the word you're looking for is
nincompoop.
Yeah. Nintendo.
I think that is the Captain N part. I think you're right.
Captain N.
I gotta save that for the After Dark show,
Anyway, it was slightly better than the Zelda cartoon, but I believe Link was a reoccurring character on that one.
Captain N and the Game Masters.
Oh.
That's
were masters,
why I couldn't remember
it. I see what's going on here. Not so subtle, are we? Captain N and the Game Masters.
That does sound like one of them rap.
Hey, they got game.
Late 80s, doesn't it?
That's terrible.
It's like a boy band.
Definitely was. It's very 80s.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so there was that. And
wow.
So they, after failing a bunch of times to license stuff out to have it done in different media, Nintendo decided they were only going to do these things if they were in total control over the output, which is what happened with the Mario movie. So there's that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This would be like a like I'd be interested to watch this movie, but I wouldn't like go to the theater to see that. I don't think, unless like the trailer like absolutely blew me away, and I was like, oh my god, I need to see these mystical creatures and shit on the screen. But other than that, like this is like a pirate movie, especially in 2020X. Will there even be movie theaters?
They're probably planning on using their patents that they have now filed to create a game where Link gets to ride animals and capture them and turn that into a whole thing. So
shit, at this point, they might as well just start filing patents on movies, so that way they could sue everybody that has like opening credits and end credits. patent characters and shit. Like, like at this point, like, why not? Just go nuts. See what you can get away with out there. Why not?
They're not making any friends before 20X.
Nintendo is not about making friends.
Yeah, they don't
always
give a
doing
fuck. They're
dumb shit.
brutal, dude. Like even people that do game reviews on YouTube, they crack down on. If they're not like hyper friendly to them, like they get flagged and copyright strike, all that bullshit.
Yeah. Japan Disney, that's what they are.
Yeah, they're brutal over there. That's their payback on us.
Payback.
Payback for what? Oh,
It happened twice.
Yeah, we had to set them straight a couple times, if you know what I mean.
Don't worry, we are ally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not putting on the hat. I'm not.
Drop
I was going to say,
package.
if you want to hear that line with a hat, check out After Dark.
Yes, the return of comedy is real. So, join us after dark as we skirt the edges of taste.
Thank God I do not have a layover.
And I fall asleep.
Yay!
There it is. Look at that. Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. MST, and 6 p.m. Pacific. So come out and check us out as we offend hundreds and hundreds of people online.
Let's try to.
Not like now.
No, not like now. We would never do anything like that.
No.
This is a family show.
Yes. You know, it's a family in Alabama, but it's a family show. What that is.
See, I would think if you're going to, I don't know, if you're going to capitalize on the film going public, a good time to like jump on things is after the surprising success of Dungeons and Dragons last year. Because people didn't expect that to be okay, and it actually was quite humorous. And like you can't really put your finger on who that movie was for, but it was kind of okay for everyone.
Yeah. I actually watched it, and I don't even give two fucks about Dungeons and Dragons whatsoever.
It was fine. It was
it was entertaining. It did its job.
So like if you're trying to get like a mass appeal while something's a little fresh, that would have been the time to jump on it. But
sure.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people who used to make movies.
Yes, there were a lot of people used to make movies.
Yeah, so they used to make movies. A lot of people used to make movies that didn't go straight to Tubi, and I'm glad that Tubi is now the red box of television.
Tubi's amazing
because there's a place for those movies to happen. It's for the fabled flyover states.
Yeah,
yes,
like
they're not
standard
real.
time.
Yes. Flyover states don't exist.
Is Montana one of those? The Montana Standard Time?
It's,
yes.
Yep.
That is in the mystical.
Nice.
Yes. Montana. Land of cows. And some people.
A handful.
Just a little bit.
There's a couple.
Yes. You know, the amount of senators that Montana has is equal to the population. So it makes it more fair, you know, when they do stuff in Halloween Town.
Lots of living space over there.
Easy. Yeah. So, you know, it's this was not really advertised. It was in the earnings call for the investors. So it's not like they're actually promoting it some 3 to 4 years in advance. But, you know, it's good to know that it's going to be coming out at some point. And, you know, by that time, Leonardo DiCaprio will be way too old to play Link.
Well, his girlfriend won't.
No.
Never.
She'll be old enough to play Link.
Got him.
He keeps getting older. They keep staying the same age.
All right.
Happy birthday, sweetie. Now get out.
Yep. 24, time to go. You aged out. You aged out.
I'll call you an Uber.
Oh, Leo.
Got to get on my private jet to go to a global warming seminar. I bring us
Are we
down
gonna all
again?
be upset if
I do
Leo
again?
shows up on Diddy tapes?
I was going to comment, then my dogs just kept barking, so my bad.
Interesting time for silence, Gray.
But hey, wheel.
Wheel. Let's see if we get to change the music.
Please? Anything. It gets worse.
Oh, I think we might get Bob's music in a second.
This is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Can't see it because it's a black and white.
Because it's
label.
white.
Yes. It was
White
way
on
too.
white.
It was way too Paul. That's what it was.
Yes, not enough Tyson.
Rule change.
Yes. Hang on. Let me give you the right music here. Hold on a second. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson urged to make another huge rule change a week from the fight. Mike Tyson has been urged to make another major rule change to his upcoming fight with Jake Paul to prove they're not in cahoots.
Ooh.
Alexa, define cahoots. Actually triggered her. Alexa, stop.
Alexa, knock it off.
My son looked at me strange because I had changed the sound of the Alexa voice, and he's like, "Why does she have an accent?"
Oh.
Alexa's
Wonder what
got
kind of
Hindi
accent she has there, huh?
Can she wear the hat?
No. She's got a Hindi accent. So,
Oh.
yeah, but it's still Asia, I guess, technically. Ever since Jake Paul and Mike Tyson announced they'd fight, many skeptics have questioned if it'd be a legitimate professional bout. Given the massive age gap and exhibition clash seemed the most likely at first, but both fighters have pushed to make it happen under pro rules. As of now, that looks to be the case. There won't be any head guards, they'll use 14-ounce gloves, and knockdowns will be allowed. However, one rule change has been made, moving to 2-minute rounds instead of 3 minutes. That was something Mike asked for, at least according to Jake. Now the heavyweight boxing legend has been urged to make another rule change by former UFC fighter Brennan Schwab. I think he was just doing
What?
a podcast.
Yeah. Because when I think fighting, I think Brendan Schwab.
Yes.
He's got a lunch of, well,
Why is anyone listening to him? Why is he making another change or a suggestion?
Mike
Come on,
Tyson,
Schwab.
God bless him, pulled out because of ulcers. You know, it's just tough, he said on Schwab's show podcast. I don't even know what he sounds like. You want to get people interested with the fight, which they can't. They keep trying, but they can't. Make it bare knuckle. If Jake gets hit with a bare knuckle against Mike Tyson, this thing's over because, you know, you'll know they're not in cahoots together. So that's what he said.
What the hell?
Yeah.
He needs
like,
to
why-
stick to what he doesn't know and does the worst, which is comedy, and just make another
Exactly.
Gringo Poppy.
well,
But
look at him.
why
He
the
looks
hell
like,
is he telling him to bare knuckle box?
'Cause he's an
If
idiot?
you look like you had CTE on a permanent basis, I think you wouldn't know what you're saying, Gray.
Yeah, he is
Fair
walking
enough.
CTE.
Look at that image of him, for Pete's sake. Poor bastard.
Yeah. I mean, his record wasn't great when he got out of the UFC.
Was
He's
anything
juggling
great with him?
marbles in his mouth.
What is Mike Tyson doing in that picture?
Touching tit.
It appears to be groping.
Is he pulling out his lower intestine or
I think it's just second base.
second based?
Ooh.
That's hilarious. Anyway, what do you guys think about that sort of thing? What's going on there? They can't sell tickets, apparently. And I can't use the accent now that I've started it.
Well,
How do
the
YouTubers
2-minute
sell
rounds doesn't sound so bad to me.
No, that sounds
You know,
right.
it would be hard to sell it for 3-minute rounds,
Yeah.
especially when Mike Tyson's trying to not kill this guy. So I don't know. 2 minutes makes sense to me. The bare knuckle thing is just stupid.
Yeah.
If it were 1991 Mike Tyson, 2 minutes would still be pretty long. Because you used to knock people out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's got to pretend to not knock him out for 2 minutes.
And I think that's what they mean by in cahoots.
Sure.
If Mike Tyson was bare knuckled and he hit him a few times, in what the wrestling vernacular calls snug, he would still hurt him.
A receipt?
Yeah, he would actually hurt him and maybe draw some blood and convince people that he was hitting him for real because
color.
Yes, he would juice him the hard way.
The hard way.
So, but the thing is that if Mike Tyson is for real, then he is going down pretty quickly because even Mike Tyson in his prime couldn't do 10 rounds. If he had to do 10 rounds, he was winded by 3. Okay. And the whole idea of the 2-minute rounds, well, that's women's professional boxing goes 2 rounds, which is why people are upset about it because it's like, what are these women? Are these
Isn't
women
Tyson like
fighting?
70? How old is he? He's old.
He's up there.
He's up there. But, he's still dangerous because he can get Viagra.
He's very dangerous.
I wouldn't take an uppercut from him.
No.
He's a passionate man.
I would take a slice of cake from him.
Bob, you're the sports guy. What do you think? Is this on the up and up or in the cahoots?
I hope not. I'm interested to see this fight, but I just don't want it to end up like every other Jake Paul fight where he just, got this aging guy out of to get off the couch for, a fight to make, millions and millions just to get knocked out in the second round. I hope Mike Tyson has too much pride for that. I'm hoping that he really does I really am. You can't I don't know. Not like anybody would say shit to him, but is that really what you want people to talk about? It's you came back to boxing, Mike Tyson, and you fought a dude and you got paid to not fuck him up. Nobody
Can
would
I
take
do
you
that?
seriously. Yeah, I don't know. That just seems I don't know. If I'm Mike Tyson and I accept this fight, I'm accepting the fight to fight. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's the attitude I want him to have because I want to see Jake Paul just absolutely get his shit rocked. But chances are I'm going to be up till 1 in the morning when this fucking fight actually starts with them, and then it's going to be 10 rounds of 20 minutes of fucking bullshit.
I'm in for a good shit rocking.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him just absolutely get rocked, but it kind of does seem like this fight's been moved back, and there's.
Isn't it on the 15th now?
It's
15th
this
of
month.
November?
I know that.
I think it's on the 15th of November.
So next Friday, or this upcoming Friday, rather.
Yes, I believe it's this coming Friday.
Is there betting on it? What are the odds? Because that's where you kind of get stinky
What
face.
are the odds people are betting on the Mike Tyson fight?
I would assume there have to be people.
If it's on gambling markets, who's the favorite and by how much, and
sure,
that's where it gets a little stinky.
Yes.
I think no matter the outcome, there's no winning for Jake Paul because if he beats Mike Tyson, well, he beat up another old man. It confirms everything we thought about him. If he loses to Mike Tyson, well, then, it confirms what everybody thought about Jake Paul. He's just this loser grifter. So either way, win or lose, he's a loser grifter that nobody takes seriously.
I'm hoping for a run-in by Evander Holyfield.
Hulk Hogan jumps the ropes and body slams. And here comes...
Wait, that's George Foreman's music!
That's George Foreman's music. Oh, my God.
Back from the grave. Is he dead? I don't know.
Is he?
I think he is dead.
Oh.
George
He
Foreman?
might be.
No
Right?
way.
I meant The Undertaker.
No way. My man's still out there selling those grills.
No,
Are
is
you
he?
sure?
There's no way he could be hawking grills still.
Hawk to it?
Show this real quick.
Yeah, he's 75 years young right now.
Wow.
And still smiling.
Come on, he's still out there knocking out the fat. Come on, Mr. Form.
The latest Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson odds from FanDuel list Paul as the -270 favorite.
Those aren't good odds.
No.
Win with Tyson +210 underdog. The over-under for total round is 5.5, while the fight to go to the distance is +172. Paul to win by knockout is +110, while Tyson to win by knockout is +290.
That's bad.
And that's as of yesterday.
That's bad.
Huh.
Well,
according to the Googlers.
So before Charles was saying, how old is Mike Tyson? He's 58 years young currently.
Whew.
My God.
All right, well. All you need is to watch tape of him punching people. Just one uppercut. If he's still got that kind of strength. What does stamina matter?
Well, I couldn't do what he does.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, with odds being in there and the betting market, now that...
Yeah, +290 is kind of not favorable.
Well, I mean, it makes it weird, though, because, like, now... Like, if you're a betting person, you're going to be awfully upset if this fight is bullshit.
Yep.
Like, awfully upset, especially if you put, like, any real money down on this, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I
that
concur.
Makes it a little more interesting because, like, again, we'll see where the money goes, I guess, but somebody's going to get paid out of this one, I can tell you that. A whole chunk of change.
Yeah, it's going to be Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Yes, everybody
well,
else will
I
be
don't
left
know how big a
dissatisfied.
chunk of change it's going to be because they're not selling out. Like, which one's
Where, like, I mean, really,
Matt.
this, yeah.
I'm trying to find it. It's not working.
That's not it. That's not it.
It's not working.
No.
Yeah, sort of.
Do better, Rosales.
Wow. You know what? I'll just stick to this right here.
Sure.
There we go.
I mean, that seems kind of weird to me because, like, how do these goddamn YouTube fucking things keep, like, these YouTube boxing events keep making money and they're always selling out crowds and they have no fighters. I mean, it's just assholes on YouTube fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, but then you know what?
And they got one of those.
Bum
Yeah.
fights at the Blockbuster Video were always out whenever
Bum fights.
So
Yeah.
you know, losers fighting each other has always been a thing.
I guess,
True.
but it's like, I would think Mike Tyson would, like, how do you not sell tickets? You're still Mike Tyson. Still a name.
Plus, you might be able to see one of the Paul brothers get killed.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So, Bob,
Yes.
anything happening today in the world of sports while we got you here?
Well, yeah, while you got me here, yes, there is. There's some football to be played today. And if you are a early riser, there's a game on currently right now that started at 9:30 Eastern time this morning because it's being played over in Munich, Germany. And the last time so many Germans were gathered together in one big auditorium like this, I'm pretty sure that's when Hitler firebombed his own Reichstag. But yeah, so they're playing there in Germany. It's the New York Giants.
In Square Garden.
It's the New York Giants against the Carolina Panthers. We're beating the Giants right now, 10-0. So it's a bit of a snoozer out there, yeah. But we did have what happened Thursday. This past Thursday, we had a hell of a game. We had the Bengals and the Ravens. Ravens ended up eking out a win by 1 point, 35-34. Poor Joe Burrow just getting his absolute ass beat over there.
It's another
in
Manic
Cincinnati.
Monday. Oh,
Yes,
Thursday.
exactly. But today we got a bunch of games on. Now this is crazy. I was looking at the schedule. There's like between Thursday and Monday, there's a total of 14 games being played. And out of those 14 games, only 3 of the games feature teams that are above 500 playing against each other.
Ew.
So that's yeah, exactly. It was correct. So right now this week we got, Jesus Christ, we got the 2-7 Patriots taking on the 4-4 Bears. So that's going to be shit. We got the 4-4 49ers taking on the 4-5 Buccaneers. That's another shit game. Here's a game I'm calling an upset for. We got the Denver Broncos, who are 5-4, so they have a winning record. Good for them. But they're taking on the 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm hoping for an upset here by Denver. Hoping to see them eke out a win because Kansas City hasn't been playing the greatest. They've been winning, but they haven't been playing the greatest.
Will the refs not be there? Maybe that might help.
I hope not. Maybe they didn't make the trip. I mean, it is in Kansas City, so you never know. And then also today, my Buffalo Bills, who are on a 5-game winning streak, they are traveling down to Indianapolis to take on Old Man Joe Flacco and the Colts. So that should be an easy win for us. One of the best games of the week is Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 6-2, taking on the Washington Comrades, who are 7-2. So that's going to be a really good game. We got the Jags and the Vikings, which is another good game for the Vikings because they should just easily roll over the Jaguars, who are 2-7. Just terrible, terrible matchups this week. Again, another shitty one. You got the Saints, who are 2-7. They're going to host the Falcons, who are 6-3. So hopefully that should be a win for them. We got Titans and Chargers. We got Jets and Cardinals. Here's one everybody should keep an eye on. 4:25 game today. The Philadelphia Eagles, 6-2. They're going to Dallas to hopefully give Jerry Jones a heart attack as they take on the Cowboys, who are 3-5.
How about them Cowboys?
Exactly.
No
Not
Dak
so
Prescott
good.
either, right? Didn't he get hurt?
No, I think so. He might be out for this game. I think you are correct, Charles.
Hey.
And then to round it off tonight, for the night game, we got the Lions, who are killing it this season. They're doing real good, 7-1. They take on the Texans, who are 6-3. So that's one of the only 3 games that have 500 teams in it. And then tomorrow night, this probably looks so good on paper when they were scheduling out the year. But now that the season's about almost halfway through, we see that this game is really going to be shitty for Monday Night Football. We have the 2-6 Dolphins taking on the 4-4 Rams. So skip that, go to a movie, do something else. But other than that, go Bills.
Go Bills. Who are you going to
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
That's where they are, I think.
Go Indiana. Go Cowboys.
Indiana.
So the Cowboys, as long as they win every single game from this point on, and last week's game, which they lost, they still have a chance.
Mathematically alive.
Yeah.
They're mathematically alive had they not lost the game on last week's game. Wait a minute. Did I find it? Did I find the right one? Let me try it again. Hold on. Okay.
Perfect.
No, there it is. Yeah. Sort of.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Now
That's
that the
so
segment's
good. Look at that.
over. Segment's over.
It's an eclipse.
Yes, it is. It's an eclipse. It's a Bills eclipse. But yeah, go Bill.
Buffalo Bill clips.
That's right.
Oh.
Eclipse the other team, Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
root for Haley Steinfeld because that's Josh Allen's girlfriend.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know she was on the team.
Yeah, yeah. She's not like a big name like Taylor Swift, but we got our own.
She's the
penguin.
Buffalo Bills. Taylor Swift is Haley.
Yeah,
Steinfeld?
that's our version of Taylor Swift. We got Haley Steinfeld.
There we go.
The wheel.
Oh shit! The wheel.
The wheel. The wheel. I saw Howie Mandel do a skit, or at least I heard it on an album back in the day. They used to have albums, comedy albums, and he did this bit where he said, "I Juan." He just started doing this. I Juan. And at first people were laughing, and then after like the 2-minute mark, they're like, "Come on already," because he just kept going, I Juan. And he finally said, I Juan to talk better. So,
Okay, that's awesome, and that's like commitment to a bit.
Yeah, it is.
Is that offensive now?
It probably would
back
be.
then, but yeah. I mean, his last name is Mandel. It's not Cortez.
The penguin.
Anybody watch
Yeah.
Penguin last week?
Yes, I'm caught up. Yeah.
Sadly, I'm one behind. So
Oh, no.
I'll tune out. But was it good?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, tonight
Yes, it
tells
was.
us that
Sorry, I
bettors
was drinking
want-
my coffee right when you asked.
Bettors want to win more money, so they bet on the guy who will win. Who will win the most money.
Today, Junior. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
The Brave New World looks. Am I stroking?
Ooh.
What's going on?
I haven't seen that trailer yet. I'll have to check it out.
Do you smell burning toast?
Yes. Should I not?
You
It's
are
like,
stroking it.
Like that old joke. He's a member of DAM, Mothers Against Dyslexia.
Oh.
I love it.
So the Penguin. Yeah.
The Penguin.
We're getting close to the finale there. I think this one is.
Yeah, we
it.
got one more episode.
One more
Tonight,
episode.
right?
Yeah, tonight. This is it.
When last Gray and I
I'm going to tune out for a second.
to Gotham City, the Penguin was rounding together his group of loose ends. Kind
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah, he's making some moves now. We're seeing this
stepped up to the plate. He's taking
yeah.
ownership of his own actions.
Yes.
It's,
yeah. So kind of like what you were saying, that you thought he was kind of lacking on, how he was going from one kind of failure of a situation to the other as he was moving up here. He's kind of gotten back to the right path.
He was
He was
falling
failing
upward.
upwards, but now he's taking ownership of that upwards failing.
And that's called character growth, and that's what happens in a story. Unlike what happens in She-Hulk, where
Mhm.
there was none. It looked like there was going to be some, but there wasn't any
not,
at the end.
not like this.
Well, that's not
This
good.
does a really good job with his character. And I don't want to spoil anything for Gray, but this past episode we really delve into that, and I thought it was done really good. The mother character of his I love. I know that like harkens some people to like a Sopranos type thing, but I don't really see that in the sense that some people might. I really like the dynamic between them. You know, trying to figure out why they kind of are the way they are with each other, and learning about his brothers and stuff like that. So it's a very good character arc that he's going on, and I've been nothing but happy with this show. Every week it seems to have gotten better and better for me.
Yeah, it's really working out really well, I think. And again, I'm with Gray on this. I missed last week's episode, and I haven't had a chance to turn around and do that. But I'm going to watch. I think I'll be binging on the show tonight. So we'll get 2 episodes in, and we'll see what happens. And
It's very good. And man, that Sophia character is amazing. She is such a good character. So menacing and just absolutely just fucking nuts, and I love it. It's awesome.
well, you know that the Oz character is definitely developing over time.
Yes.
And so is the guy he took under his wing, that kid.
Yeah,
He's also gone
Victor.
through some very, very, very well structured development as well, taking action on his own and securing his space, making choices that will define his life. And so there's not a character there who hasn't gone through something and isn't reacting to something and making it happen. So all of the characters are very well developed. Would you agree, Gray?
No, he's
Gray?
still tuned out.
Gray, you there? You sniffing?
No, he said he was going to tune out because he didn't want to be spoiled.
I see. Okay, I think he went to take care of the dogs. Let's see if he
Probably.
recognizes where he's at.
But yeah, I mean, especially that Victor character. That kid, I thought he was going to be like most kids, annoying. You know, because they are. Usually when you throw a kid like that in a TV show or a movie, they're fucking shit. They suck. They bring everything down, or they try and be like the what would you call it? Like the goddamn moral compass of the lead character. You know, don't do this. You know, and he's not doing any of that, which I love. You know what I mean? He's like embracing the lifestyle that he's chosen right now.
So, Gray, I think you're back from the dogs, I believe.
I am now.
How do you feel about the character development of the characters?
So I absolutely love it. I am one episode behind. I didn't see the one from last Sunday, and then I haven't seen the one tonight, obviously, because it hasn't aired. So I'm looking forward to a double feature tonight.
Yeah.
It'll be great. But I love the development so far. I just think you really truly get to see kind of these characters progress. I especially love, now I'm forgetting her actual name. Is it Christina Milioti? I can't remember the...
Sophia.
Yeah. Sophia, thank you. That character's development is so amazing. And I love the way that they kind of slow burn it, that you don't necessarily get it, but you get all these implications from her interactions with her family, with Oz, with almost everybody else. And then finally you get kind of this, I think it's episode 5, you get this kind of flashback and you see the entire progression. And that also kind of recontextualizes her entire relationship with Oz and what Oz has done to get to where he currently is and where we saw him in the Batman and in this. Just it shows him even lower as just, the limo driver. I know a lot of people's criticism was, this isn't the Penguin. He's not this boss that he's supposed to be. I love that it's showing you exactly how you could get from limo driver to this thing, or whatever, town car driver to where he will end up. Man, I'm really loving the development in all of it. Even now I'm forgetting his name, but Oz's young assistant, his driver now. Thank you. His development, where you see him kind of wanting to leave, but being just drawn back in and realizing that, this is pretty horrible, but there's a lot of potential. You could just see how it could really hook somebody, and you could see that it happened to Oz, and now it's happening to him in kind of comparison. And I'm just really loving it. I don't think they're going to drop the ball, but again, my only complaint would be, why didn't we get a Gandolfini type as opposed to, uglying up a pretty boy? But, a lot of films are going that way nowadays.
Well, you get a Gandolfini type in there, and you run the risk of heart attacks, diabetes, and things like that happening to the character. You get somebody who's fit that you can put in some makeup, and then you're pretty much only at risk of, a cocaine death.
I mean, he is a heavy smoker, I believe, and, alcoholism is kind of a national pastime. So there's a couple of risks going on by getting the Farrell in there, but
I think you can't get
fair enough. I see your point.
Because he's dead. The Gandolfini type is gone. There is no other Gandolfinis out there.
I think we could get a non-pretty actor in there. I think that's kind of the main point. And if they want to ugly him up even more, I think they could do that.
I don't know. I've been very happy with his performance from the Batman even through this. I get what you're saying.
I just don't know why we got Colin Farrell as this, but it is one of my.
I wasn't willing to relocate, so I could have done it, but
It is one of the times that I'm going to least criticize Colin Farrell. He really seems to fit in this role. I like it. I don't understand why we had to get somebody in 4 hours of makeup to look somewhat like an average person, but fair enough.
Is that the point though? Like Matt Reeves being, trying to do as much stuff, I guess what do you think about it? Yeah, I guess it kind of doesn't make sense. I was trying to figure out a way to make it make sense.
If you're going to do that, you might as well not put anybody in makeup for the Joker and just find somebody with a horrific grin.
There's a couple of really good actors. There's that dude from Sons of Anarchy who had kind of the... I think it is like a Chelsea grin that he was given, but I don't know. I think you could accentuate some people with actual scars, but as long as they can carry the role, and I think maybe that dude could. But it's interesting.
If you hired a guy with no legs to play Lieutenant Dan, you would actually have to put legs on him in order to shoot the early Vietnam stuff, which is kind of the same thing. It would be the same thing. Why not hire a guy with legs? Or hire a set of twins, one with legs and one without legs.
Sounds like every DEI discussion in a fucking Hollywood fucking studio right now.
I think makeup's fine, because you'll never find anybody who's actually a vampire, and you'll never find anybody who can actually change into a werewolf. And some people, you can put them in a fat suit and it's okay. Just like every superhero has superhero padding on underneath their...
Not everyone.
Yes.
Corn sweat is 100% pure, sir.
Yeah. There's no padding in that.
I don't think he's 100% pure, but
Well,
He might be enhanced, but not by padding.
well, they enhance a lot of things, So
I've seen the beach shots. He appears to be bringing his own enhancements.
ooh.
well, there is that, and he's tall. Chuckles, have you watched the Penguin?
I don't believe he has it all. I'm not sure if he was stepping out to miss the whole discussion. I think he was waiting for it to all kind of finish and then possibly watch it all on his flight.
Yes, that's
that makes
actually a
sense.
great idea. I was gonna mention that to him, that it's something he can do for
binge the
about
whole
13 hours.
series.
I think that's his plan. So I think he's trying to stay away
Smart.
from spoilers on it. But
That's smart.
I think, if I remember right, he liked the performance in The Batman. So I think he'll dig it.
All right, then. Well, let's see if we can draw him out with this.
Come on, hungry, whatever, hippos. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that was as no. It was as close as it could have been.
I tell you what, let's just do this. Let's cheat a little bit. Why not? Where is it? Oh, look, I did it for my son there. We spin the wheel during the week so that we breaks up his schooling.
Nice.
Uh,
I never had a wheel involved in my schooling.
oh, well, anyway.
No, me neither.
Where is it?
Might have kept me engaged.
But how do I not see it? I'm looking for the hungry thing.
Warren says he's been trying to join the stream for the last 20 minutes, but he can't.
Huh.
Is it because of oppression?
Our fault or his?
Trump's working faster than I thought. Shit ton.
Keeping out the unsavory tabs. I see what's happening.
Sorry, Warren. Guess
Well,
you're
since
on the
you're in
list.
contact with him, let me put this in the private, and you can share it with him since you're in contact with him. So give that to him and see if he can pop in. Maybe we'll put Vox Machina back on the wheel.
Finally.
Where is it? I'm looking for the hungry. Is this the hungry? This ain't the hungry. It's very exciting. Son of a... I can't
Yeah,
find
it could be anywhere.
I'm looking. Let me know if you see it. I'm Penguin. These are all the topics we've covered at one point or another. That's Batman. See? Looking for a check mark. That's it.
Ah.
We'll just do that. And we'll add this back on. What do you say? And we'll talk about the movie Hungry instead.
Ooh. Nice.
Now, it is called Hungry, and I applaud them for doing that because that's planning ahead. If you're doing a hippo movie that's going to be attacking people and it's called Hungry, you want the sequel to be Hungry, Hungry.
Yes.
And then
Ooh.
you want the third film in the trilogy to be Hungry, Hungry Hippo or Hippos. Or some variation of that. So good on them for just calling it Hungry. See.
But if you do add the hippos, you could get locked into having it only be hippos, where you could branch out. Like, what if pachyderms are also hungry?
Yeah,
What
this
if
could
they
be
go
a
on a rampage?
anthology film.
You know, there was a point in time in American history where they wanted to import hippos and raise them on ranches.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hippo meat,
In the
delicious.
swamplands of Louisiana.
Oh, I'm for it.
Tame them and make them a whole thing, like a replacement for cattle in the swamp.
Oh, I really want to see a hippo pulling a cart now.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But they were too wild, and they were too carnivorous, and they were too dangerous. And so they gave up on the whole thing. But there was a whole congressional hearing about it. It was like in the 1800s, I think, that they had tried this. And I think this is basically based on the fact that one or two of them may have been left out in the wild. So Seemingly inspired by the classic board game Hungry Hungry Hippos, the upcoming horror movie Hungry has been announced by Variety out of the American film market this morning. Well, previously. So the American film market is where people go to sell films to distributors. And I've had a few people successfully and unsuccessfully go out there and get their films sold for distribution. Hungry centers on a group of holiday makers who must fight for their lives against a rampaging hippo on the loose after becoming lost in the Louisiana swamplands. James Nunn wrote the script and is also directing the film, now in production. Nunn was the director of the recent action movie One Shot, as well as Shark Attack movie Sharkbait. So it's going to be a movie of quality. Variety also notes in today's exclusive report, key behind-the-scenes talent on the film include award-winning MUFX designer Dan Martin, who did stuff for The Banshee, and Inisherin, Possessor, and Infinity Pool. VFX company Magic Dust, who did True Detective, Night Country, and One Piece, who've both boarded the project to bring Hungry's Hippo to life. So that's what's going on in horror land.
Pretty cool.
Gray, what do you think about all this?
I just think the name James Nunn is kind of funny. It's what can I say? It's a step down. It's no James Gunn, but fair enough. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know that it's going to be great cinema. But it sounds slightly better than a Sharknado. Charles, you're the box office guy. What do you think about the Hungry Hungry Hippos movie?
Who's making it?
James Nunn.
James Nunn, not James Gunn, but James Nunn. He wrote the script and is also directing the film, and it's in production. Nunn was the director of the recent action movie One Shot, as well as Shark Attack movie called Sharkbait.
Oh, this isn't worth us talking about.
It's not?
Oh.
Are you sure? It sounds like it's above Steamboat Willie.
What is that saying?
Well, it also said in Variety that
it might not be Blood and Honey.
Includes the award-winning MUFX designer Dan Martin, who did The Banshees of Inisherin, Possessor, and Infinity Pool, as well as the VFX company Magic Dust, which did True Detective Night Country and One Piece. So,
One Piece. Nice. There's people on there that have worked on good things, but I don't know that this will be included in that list.
Who are the actors? Can I hear who's in front of the screen?
Unclear. I don't think actors are out there yet.
Yeah, but we got the people from Infinity Pool.
Well, this was just sold at the what was that again?
So was Superman 4. Superman 4 was sold.
Oh no.
I think that where is this from Variety, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if Variety is
this reeks of like horror echo chamber stuff where horror Twitter gets a hold bloody disgusting. There you go. Where Freddy in space posts something and then someone who has mild interest creates something of a unnatural interest, and then it makes $2 million and people go crazy because it made more than 500,000, and meanwhile in the real world it's just a movie for January 7th.
Yeah, it hasn't even doesn't even have an IMDb page on it for yet, so.
Just saying.
I'd love to be proved
I didn't
wrong.
think Jason would work in space, but you mentioned Freddy in space. I kind of want to see it now. I'm sure astronauts dream.
No, that's it's like the guy who's always in my feed somehow, and I don't think I follow him. I think he's a bloody disgusting guy. Actually, that's him right there. Wait a minute. Can you make that picture bigger? The avatar, John Squires. That's it. His handle on X is Freddy in Space. I think that image is definitely his image on on X.
You mean we just wrote an article from one of your trolls?
Oh no, he's not one of my trolls. My influence is far smaller than his. But he's like the center of all the horror news stuff. So,
oh,
well, my bad for misinterpreting. I just thought, I kind of want to see Freddy in space. That sounds awesome.
I mean, don't we all? But I think that's his handle.
It was called Jason X.
Well, we got Jason in space, but we haven't gotten Freddy. And then what if they fought in space? Like,
Leprechaun in space?
Oh, yeah. After the hood. I mean, where to go?
Freddy Goes to Hell, didn't you?
Yeah, he's been to the hood, too.
I mean, to hell?
Hell?
Freddy Goes to the Hell?
I mean...
That's Norway, right?
There was a new nightmare.
Mm. I mean... I hope to be wrong, but selling something... Did this just get announced due to that dumb thing from last week? It just seems like
probably
horror does this like gag thing where the Steamboat Willie thing gets announced and they had a movie ready due to the copyright being whatever. This just feels like, oh, meme, we'll make a movie based on meme because why do quality? We'll just cash in on Hot Topic for a week.
Well, it's not just a week. I've been hearing about Mudang for like a month now. That is such a cute little hippo. Come on.
What if he's hungry and all mossy?
Yeah. Those questions have been there.
What if they lose?
I don't know.
Louisiana.
It kind of makes sense on a bunch of different levels. Everyone kind of fears the hungry hippo. Everyone's played the game, and there are the whole board game to movie things. Like we had Ouija, Battleship,
yeah,
hell, like all of those other Parker Brother ones. I think Monopoly is being...
Yes, Monopoly's being made into a movie, and what's her name? Harley Quinn is going to be in it.
Yeah.
They could just do Clue again.
She's going to be the top hat.
True. Sweet. I called the dog.
So, I think at some point Parker Brothers or whoever was going to try to make a Hungry Hippos movie, and it was going to be maybe more on the lines of My Little Pony, I guess, But if you're going to make if you're going to make a horror movie, you just call it Hungry, and then you have a sequel called Hungry. So
it doesn't seem like that far of a stretch if you're going to turn Battleship into an alien movie. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we're bankrupt.
That was that lovely line. B12 hit in the movie. I don't.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like a hippo horror movie. That sounds way more believable to me than a, Battleship, which it could just be a sea battle. But
that
we
was
got aliens.
the scariest portion of the movie Congo.
Agreed. But the white apes, though.
If they just take these game movies and just have a scene like they did in Heretic, where Hugh Grant just explains the history of board games, I'll be okay with it then.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the Monopoly movie a little bit more now. But, we got some of the backstory, some of the lore in there.
Mm. Did you discuss?
There you go.
How much did I miss?
I also killed stuff. Oh, no, Rosales is muted. But you didn't miss a ton. Oh, well, then never mind.
I tried to avoid the penguin talk.
Yes, that's what we assumed it was. So we tried to switch it
over the flight. Good choice.
One more time. What about the flight?
If you're watching it over your flight, good choice.
Trying to, but if I sleep, that takes precedence.
Yeah.
Number 2 after sleep is penguin. I mean, I'm traveling for a total of 13 hours, so I could catch up somewhere.
I think so. Plus, there's going to be delays. Who knows?
Just get me out of the U.S. and then delays and layovers can be all. Love my country.
England?
If all else fails,
Hopefully.
Denmark will take me.
If all else fails, Denmark.
I wish it weren't so possibly true.
So in opposite news,
Ooh,
Kevin Feige
the country's
said-
happy?
No, Kevin Feige said something about Blade and about Mahershala Ali's version of Blade. Don't know exactly what he said. I don't have the tweet in front of me. So yeah, even though they have really no plans for it, and they keep arguing about it, he says they're not giving up on it, which means we're never going to get a Blade movie. And if you are about Blade, you're never going to be happy. So
Technically, we've had 3, so
yeah, but you'll have to be happy with what you've got.
I think Ryan Reynolds has got FU money now and a little bit of FU sway now that Deadpool Wolverine did what it did. And if he's in on discussions for Wesley Snipes coming back, Mahershala's just going to have to take that severance check.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rumor's been there for quite a while that they are bringing Channing Tatum from that scene into it. I don't know why we couldn't just bring Wesley, so we'll see.
Yep.
Well,
They're not going to turn away money.
True. Quick update, Mr. Rosales. So it looks like our chat might not be updating, but Bob is in there, and he's saying it kicked me and blocked me like it did Warren. It's all good. I'm going to catch the Bills game. So
Cock blocked him?
Yeah,
No.
apparently. So fun with Restream. Good times.
Yes.
Oh.
Good times.
I didn't realize we were on EV Mux.
Let's see. I'm not seeing the thing. I'm not seeing it. Let me see.
That's what I'm saying. For some reason, it's not updating because we also had Pops in the comments for a while, and then
It's telling me
a
enable
couple of Bobs after that.
enable chat here, and I don't see where it says to enable chat.
Yeah, I have no idea because EV Mux also kind of does this sometimes. I know it just stops updating on Charles's stream sometimes, where it's like, okay, and I can't see chat anymore, but you guys are still there.
Devil.
So I'm guessing we're having one of those issues. I know chat's been having an issue on YouTube like this whole last week. I think it's probably whatever issue it has is making these third-party ones a little screwy.
Thanks,
Well,
Biden.
Hey,
we
we got a
traded out
Vox
Bob.
Machina fan.
Yes. Warren?
Hey, I've been trying to get on for the last like 20, 40 minutes, man. Jesus.
Restream.
I
Yay.
mean, thank you, Jesus, because you made it on. So we're glad to have you, man. We just talked about Hungry, the movie, and yeah. So there's that. Apparently, we've got a chat that I can't get to anymore, and I can't figure out how to fix it because it's not telling me how I can fix it.
I think it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah,
But hey, Warren, welcome, sir.
maybe we were super
welcome.
offensive and they cut us off.
How's it going?
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Is it not even playing on YouTube?
Oh, it is. I've got it up here.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Let me go to live because it cut off on me when I was having it here. So, oh my goodness, Pops, I was not ignoring you. It just wasn't. Looks like the last thing we had was Brave New World is when it stopped, folks.
Yeah.
So,
But it's weird because like Pops did a whole bunch of them in there before that for some reason it didn't grab. It's been weird with the chat today. Sorry for talking over you, Warren.
No, I see up to Spinner on Dark Kitty Games. On that Dark Kitty Games. The Spinner.
Nice. Yeah, so you can see all of it through there. Just for some reason through Restream it's not showing the chats, which are great.
yeah.
Good times.
It kicked me and is blocking me like it's Warren. It's all good. I'm going to play the game. That's what you said, right? And then
Yeah.
what was Pop ranting about?
It was stuff while we were talking about?
Typically,
Sports
Tyson
related?
hits just as hard now as he did 30 years ago. He will not purposely take a loss on his record at this. Oh, let me see if I can fix that. No, I don't care. Actually, renew Netflix for this month. So he's going to watch the fight at least. So, hey, they got one more fight, one more viewer. It's sanctioned. Paul is the favorite. That's what he says. Is this thing working? LOL.
No.
No, it's not. You gave up on us and you're angry about us for ignoring you. We did not. People forget Mike bit Eve's ear. Evander Holyfield, yes. He doesn't play if
He doesn't forget.
Anything can happen.
That's why his music would come on.
Yes, he could take.
Well, no, it's
um,
there's edible gummies that you can buy ears. Holyfield, I think, has some, and then same thing with Tyson.
What, ear
It's out there.
gummies?
Yeah.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So, yeah, 290 tells a story. That's the last. No. It only showed one of my 30 comments, not an upgrade.
Yeah. It is very strange.
Either. Wow. Well, we did invite a lot of people, and
I think this is big StreamYard's work.
Yes. Big StreamYard is working against people. They're working against people. So, Pops, we're sorry that you didn't get to share all of your comments, so we'll just show this one on and off for the rest of the night.
That makes up for it.
We'll just pretend that's what it is, and each one. I should have pulled this up like when I was reading it. Is this thing working? LOL. Is it a sanctioned fight? Paul is the favorite. Yeah. All right, enough of that. Warren, what are your thoughts on whatever?
Oh, on well, I just joined.
Okay.
So.
Well, the only topic that's off topic right now is going to be Penguin. So
I've watched that, and I'm
no, don't talk about it. Don't talk about the Penguin, is what I'm saying.
Charles
Charles doesn't want to be done that. We talked about the. Tyson
I can leave. I can mute it.
No, you're good.
We won't have you back until they.
I forgot one thing. I did finish. I'm on episode 7 of Vox Machina. No, 7 or 8, one of the two.
Okay, tell us about it. It's not open topic Sunday. What am I doing? There we go.
I mean, I like the series. I just didn't. I said Keyleth is one of the most annoying characters I've ever encountered in a show. Like, she's so whiny. She keeps complaining about like Roshan, and then also I don't like the whole thing with the Everlight. Like, the Everlight sounds like something they took out of World of Warcraft, where Illidan didn't want to join the light with the Paladins. That's weird. And then they tossed the subplot with the side plot with the Hell. And I didn't like that they killed Percival. I'm pissed off about that.
Not Percy.
I love Percival. I thought he was like the brains behind the team, and yeah, that was a stupid way to die. Like, he turns his back on he flips over a new leaf only to just get shot and killed. It's kind of crappy, in my opinion, writing.
Well, I didn't know that. I hadn't gotten that far, but thank you for that.
Why didn't you stop me?
It's been on the board for like 20 weeks. Come on, Rosales.
I think I stopped on episode 3. So I felt safe putting it up and then taking it down. So, because Warren has been out bowling or whatever. And nobody else decided to watch it, so I thought it was a safe bet.
Well, if we're off topic, I've had family members over, like I told Rosales in a message, and I've also last week or the week before was the end of the World Championship, so I'm sorry, I know if I came on stream I wouldn't have been paying attention, so I was going with my friends that I hang out with about League, and watching it over there, and that's what I've been doing on the Sundays. So that's what happened. But now it's over. Now it's over. My relatives are out, and I can join if I wake up on time, of course.
Who is the
And we let
champion
you
of the
in.
end of the world?
Oh, for League, it was SKTT won. They won their 5th championship as an organization now. Yeah. So, kind of disappointing because the other team, which was BLG, they took it to 5 games, but Faker is the GOAT of League of Legends, so can't really beat the GOAT.
You can't beat a goat?
You
That
can.
was a hungry hippo.
If you want to have some curry goat, that's a good meal.
You can beat a goat. There's going to be consequences.
Not like you could beat a horse.
Why did mine show up?
Well, at least you're sorry.
That's a good question.
I bet in the chat, and I can see on YouTube all of Pops's all of his his manifesto. And yours manifesto.
Weird.
Yours showed up, and so
I think it's something with YouTube because like even StreamYard kind of gave us issues during Thinkers. I think YouTube's having issues this week with chats. But people kept like disconnecting from chat.
Yeah. I remember there were issues. Yeah. So YouTube, you're back up, buddy. And I haven't seen any chats from the Twitter at all. So there's that. Whatever that may be. Where is it? Where's the Twitter at? Hey guys, this is what it looks like when I surf the web. I'm not seeing it on the stream. I'm not seeing it on Twitter either.
You surf the web while I'm looking at the computer. With Gray and Warren.
It barely looks like he's trying. Like he's just got that down. That's awesome.
Wow. Okay, so 8 people are watching, I guess, on Twitter right now, and nobody's commented from the Twitter, so we're not getting any Twitter comments.
Well, how would you know anyway?
Well, I open up the tab.
Oh,
and take a look at it.
Right.
And it says one person is watching on the Rumble, and that one person is me. So
that's all the audience we need. That's it.
But the thing is, when I look at the show afterwards, and I look and see what's going on, there's always 58 who watched the show at least a little bit on the Rumble. So look,
what
Pops
season are we in now?
Pops, we are in season 1 of I don't keep track.
Oh, that's weird.
Super Sunday.
You're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. Apparently it's season 2 now.
After 3 years. You're just creating stuff now.
Well, I am a content creator now, apparently. So, yeah.
You didn't do the theater thing yet, did you?
Theater thing yet? No, we have not done the theater thing yet.
Okay. That's not a glorified segue. I was double checking.
It sounds like a segue if I've ever heard one.
No. We're not ready for that.
We're not ready for that? Okay.
No.
We'll do something else then. What do we have left? The outro? No, we do have one more topic left. That is that Netflix is under tax fraud investigation in offices in France and the Netherlands.
Get wrecked.
That's interesting. Simultaneous raids by French and Dutch authorities. Netflix says it complies with the tax laws and regulations. Probe follows the. Wait a minute, that's just all right. That's just the outline part. Okay. From November 5th in Paris, according to Roto Routers. Investigators searched the offices of U.S. Netflix streaming giant Netflix in France and the Netherlands on Tuesday as part of a preliminary investigation into tax fraud laundering, a French judicial source said. The French investigation carried out by the Parquet. I don't know how to say that.
Parkour?
Parquet, if you will, if you're American. National Financier, PNF, a special finance crime prosecution unit known for pursuing high stakes white collar probes that often involve large international companies, was opened in November of 2022. Wait, is that on a different screen? I think that is. We are cooperating with the authorities in France, where Netflix is a significant contributor to the local economy, and we comply with the tax laws and regulations in all the countries in which we operate, a Netflix spokesperson told Reuters. Investigators specializing in financial crime and corruption raided the company's office. And so, do they repeat themselves in these things on Reuters? That is terrible. Dutch authorities were simultaneously searching the company's European headquarters in Amsterdam. Cooperation between the French and the Dutch authorities has been underway for many months as part of these proceedings, the French source said. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, the French source. Cooperation between the French and the Dutch authorities has been underway for many months as part of these proceedings.
No.
Perfect. I think you just forgot the at the end.
The Office of the Dutch Prosecutor Financial Crime declined to comment and referred questions to the PNF. Preliminary investigations in France does not imply criminal charges and does not necessarily lead to trial. It was not immediately clear what prompted the investigation. Large tech companies offering their online services and subscriptions across borders often run into difficulties with European tax authorities. The news website La Lettre reported last year that Netflix's French subsidiary became the subject of scrutiny from tax authorities over its low reported turnover, which the outlet said was at odds with paying user numbers in the country. Between 2019 and 2020, Netflix services. Wait, I need to go over one. France paid less than 1.0 million euros in corporate taxes by involving a separate unit unregistered in the Netherlands. La Lettre said, adding the company stopped the practice in 2021. So I guess they're saying that they avoided paying taxes by moving some stuff over to the Netherlands.
You didn't cover the most egregious number there.
What
they
was
reported 48 million in 21, and in 22 it was 1.04 billion. So it's quite a advantageous 12 months there.
Oh yeah,
paying 1 million on 40 million, and then paying that same 1 million on 1.0 whatever billion.
Yeah, but inflation though.
You know how much eggs cost
in France? No. But I'm sure a French omelet is very expensive anywhere you go. Netflix in France did not respond to the request for comments on the alleged reporting of revenues through Amsterdam rather than France in 2019 and
Framsterdam?
Framsterdam, yes. The PNF declined to give details on the scope of the investigation. In 2020, Netflix agreed to settle a tax dispute with Italy by paying 55.8 million euros.
Chump change.
So they were not. They've been looked at by a couple of countries. Then I see for the exact same thing.
If it smells like shit,
it's mierda. So
it just may be shit.
There you go. Netflix said on its website it opened its Paris office located just around the corner from the Opera and Garnier. What
Fruit juice?
Anyway, they employ about 40 staff. The company produces most of its original films and series, including the global blockbuster Emily in Paris, by working with third-party contractors. So, see, they're good people. They're good people, and they give back to the country. So yeah. So does money change everything there, Warren? Or are they just grifting?
Sounds like they're grifting.
I would say that their
we sure have missed you, Warren.
Their cloth goods are quite clean.
I don't know. I just think that, companies, I think Rosales, you know this a little bit better than me. Don't companies try to have things in foreign countries to evade certain sort of taxes and stuff like that? And like, am I wrong, or like
that's the Cayman Islands, not France, Italy, and the Netherlands. There's so much restriction over there.
Hey, you need me for this entertainment. I'm sorry.
Maybe Switzerland. You hide your money in a German gold.
Do countries move their money to avoid paying taxes? I think that's something that they do. I think that's probably why they started producing stuff in France. And when they found out France was going to do a whole lot, they started moving their action to Amsterdam until Italy caught wind of what they were doing for Italy. And then they settled out of court. And now I bet they're going to settle out of court again in 2 different countries.
It seems like Europe is just Netflix's big laundromat.
You know what? We've toyed with the idea that maybe some pictures and some film productions have been laundromats, if you will, for different countries or different
These streaming
companies.
services. I don't know how, if they're publicly traded, how is it not possible to see what their numbers are? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, they redefine what the numbers should be.
Yeah, that's horseshit.
Yeah. So in the case of Disney, Disney had streaming numbers separate for Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. I pay for this company. I'm an investor. Show me what you're doing with your money, please. Thank you.
Look, those are the big numbers. You wouldn't understand. It's fine.
We're doing well. Just trust us.
They redefined what streaming was and included YouTube numbers as well into their thing, and gave that as direct-to-consumer. They covered it with the direct-to-consumer label. So that includes everything from standalone companies like all of the numbers were Disney Channel on cable, Disney stuff on YouTube, and then the streaming channels that they have all together, including ESPN and everything else. So they all bundled it together, called it direct consumer, and said, "Hey, we made a profit." How did they make that profit? They took a bunch of stuff that was planned for streaming and they turned them into movies, or they canceled them and they shelved them, or they pushed them back. And those projects that were meant to go to direct to streaming, well, we can take that number of production out of what we were using to say we were producing. And then that's how they show the profit, by moving stuff around, which is completely unheard of, I guess.
Sick.
It's not an honest business. If
I'm going to be Rosales, that's mean. Why would you say such a thing?
Because my new name is Frank.
They provide us with healthy memories and nostalgia. What isn't honest about that, sir?
What isn't honest about that?
I have one question. How dare you?
How dare I? Very easily. Very, very easily. I dare say.
Follow up. Where do you get off?
Don't
answer that. Never mind. Don't answer that.
We'll cover this on Friday after dark.
In the computer room.
Secondary follow-up. Surely you jest.
I don't jest, and don't call me Shirley. I took the bait. I'll admit it.
Well, the numbers are trickling in.
Yay, the numbers are trickling in. There were a couple of things that came out at the box office. Let me see. What came out?
Heretic? The best Christmas pageant?
The best?
Oh, you were talking about two separate movies. I thought it was just like the tagline. I was like, oh, interesting.
I remember Christmas being in that movie. So the only one of the big three of the weekend so far is Heretic, and it doesn't look like it's going to win the weekend.
It will not win the weekend.
It doesn't look like it, but I mean, if Venom just
which is a shame,
took a nosedive, which is
it
possible.
is an A24 horror, so it's not like they usually open huge. But
again,
I was hoping it would.
It's horror echo chamber goggles, where it's like, oh, it did incredible. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Slow down.
I mean, I hear it being talked about quite a bit, and that it was the darling of a couple film festivals. So
it
does seem like it's doing good for a horror film.
Sure. I mean, Terrifier 3 doing 53, while a certain other clown movie barely did that.
This was Friday, right? So
best musical of the year.
November 8th was Friday, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, that is correct, sir.
Okay, so apparently there's a movie called Elevation that came out.
Unwarranted. Best Christmas pageant ever. Oh, ever. All time.
Yeah. And that centers on
pageantry.
Absolutely the worst kids in the history of the world. But this Christmas, they're taking over the local church pageant, and they just might unwittingly teach a shocked community the true meaning of Christmas. Oh my goodness, we got another classic on our hands.
Can we just do Thanksgiving first, please?
We did that last year with Eli Roth.
Very quick, Greg.
That should be back in theaters, don't you think?
One would hope.
Or become like, or put on repeat on TNT for like a week. That would be
TNT? Awesome. How old are you? TNT? Does that channel even exist anymore?
It does. So does TBS.
Monday Nitro.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean there are weekends at TBS or TNT or whatever. They wind up playing all of these Star Wars movies in like a marathon from like Thursday to Sunday, and over the Christmas holiday they'll pick a few days to just nonstop play that movie with the kid getting shot in the eye and the other kid
poke your eye out.
Yes.
Yeah, Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story, yes. So I mean, they could, maybe, what is that channel? Shocker, Scream,
Shutter.
Yes.
This channel.
Yeah,
the Shocker.
Maybe they should do that with the Eli Roth film.
Premiering on the Shocker.
Yes. And
Shocker.
The horror is pretty good on that channel.
That was a movie, wasn't it? Shocker was a movie.
Sure. Yeah, guy getting an electric chair. Yeah. The cover was that's one of those video store movies.
I remember that one.
And of course, not appearing on the Rosales Entertainment Network is this channel!
Exclamation point!
Where all of the previous ones will be available to stream. What happened to my?
Yeah.
Indeed.
The website locked up. There we go. There's nothing to see here just yet.
We're still running the beta, everyone.
Yes.
Nothing to see here.
Anybody remember Captain N and the Game Masters? Not a callback, is that?
It's a great show.
Callback, not Bob. It's not a callback.
It's true.
Speaking of heretics, Heretic came out this weekend.
That's quite a doozy, Rosales.
What is?
The Heretic.
It's a good movie. It's doing well.
Well, it's not doing well. I mean, relatively speaking, for what it is, it's doing well. It's estimated for 11 million this weekend. Hugh Grant might have a bit of a resurgence after this because he does quite well with his performance in The Heretic. And I'm unfamiliar with the two young ladies who were in this film.
The one's been in Yellow Jackets and a couple other things. She's an up and coming scream queen, if you will.
Is that the black haired?
Yes.
Young lady?
And then the other one I've seen in something, but I can't remember exactly what. And then you forgot Topher Grace is in this too.
Oh, barely. Yes,
Venom
yes.
himself.
The real Venom. Hashtag not my Venom.
But yeah, it's a weird like religious horror in that it's not like demons or something that they're fighting. It's kind of interesting. And then actually the next one on the list, Small Things Like These, somewhat similar, but kind of a real life horror from a religious thing. It's kind of weird that two kind of artsy, somewhat religious horror-ish movies are coming out. All the Small Things Like These, excuse me, is kind of more real life horrors that kind of happened in a small Irish town, but we're kind of protected by a convent. Yeah, so it's interesting, but yeah, odd that they both open on the same weekend and both have acclaimed actors. Cillian Murphy is in Small Things Like These. Ooh. Hugh Grant's in Heretic. I don't know. I guess there's a resurgence for some scary tales that kind of indict religion. Good times.
I for a hot minute I was wondering why these movies weren't released in October because it's spooky season, and
but
in
award
hindsight,
season, sir.
Well, you wait a little bit. You wait another 4 weeks for that. But after watching it, and I think with everything that America's going through, I think it's quite aptly released. Because if anything, it doesn't matter who won the election. It has you second guessing what you believe, and you could replace religion with, I mean, anything that you believe. I mean, the allegory for board games in that movie. It's everything is. What was the phrase he used? Cyclical? No, it wasn't cyclical.
Yeah.
He used a term, and I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You still talking about
Heretic? Yeah, it'll take me a minute to come to, but yeah,
it's something that means cycles.
Incarnations of different things.
I think it is an inward.
If only Bob was here, he could help us out.
No, not a nitward, an inward.
Like invite. Inverse.
Intervals? Was it intervals?
Indeed.
Damn it.
Interesting.
What the hell was that?
It wasn't like iterations, but it's.
I think it was iterations.
Was it iterations? Ah, damn it. I suck then.
It was iterations because I tweeted about it.
That's one of my favorite iterations of a chicken sandwich right there.
But yeah, everything is like even great. The music that was like the copyright stuff that he was discussing in the film. Not to make too much of a spoiler.
The Hollies, how they sued Radiohead for Creep. It's essentially the same melody, and then recently Radiohead sued Lana Del Rey for essentially stealing the same melody, or also Creep. Interesting. So the Hollies owe Lana Del Rey a lawsuit.
So while everything feels new, it's not so much.
But it's not what I expected out of that flick. I really dug it, but I can see a lot being turned off by it.
Sure. I mean, if you don't want your beliefs being challenged, avoid this at all costs. But if you want to sit and think on something, this is. I'm still thinking about this movie. I really I'm hoping Lindsay saw it.
He did. He saw it before us. So I think we can have a good discussion about it. But I think why I like it is like somewhat ambiguous, and I think I just like the ambiguity in movies. So yeah, it kind of really sticks with you. It makes you kind of think.
And it's also one of those things where if you're of a certain background, if you think this movie is trying to tell you something, you could probably find that here. But if you don't think that, you also it's a lot like Barbie. I remember last year, both political sides are like, it's this, and it's like, yeah, all right, it can be, but it also isn't. And you could say this same thing in both directions. Like if you're heavily religious, you could say, oh, it kind of reinstills that you should have faith. It's like, yeah, it can. And if you're kind of agnotheist, you can kind of say, yeah, see, it kind of proves our point. It's something where if you're of a certain belief system, it kind of doubts you while reassuring you at the same time. So it's the best type of message movie as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I had heard mixed messages about it, so I don't know. I was a little reticent going in, but yeah, I think it's really fun, and I think it's worth seeing in theater, not only for the performance, but man, the music in this, like just the sound is just kind of awesome.
You say fun? This movie's fun? What is going on here?
Well, I forgot.
Well, speaking
that
of fun,
as a YouTube creator, I'm supposed to be wearing a baseball cap, so
it does bring that fun. Oh,
yeah. So I got that,
and it shows relevance.
Plus, you got to push all the hair forward. Just
it works.
Stupid gag. Sorry.
No, it's perfect.
Not every gag works or is worth the effort, but that's how you try these things out.
And just in time, we have numbers.
We have numbers. Let's do the numbers.
Nice.
So it tried to lose. Venom in first with 16.225 million. Best Christmas pageant ever with 11.1. Heretic in third with 11.01. Wild Robot in fourth with 6.6. And Smile 2 in
that
fifth.
Won't die.
The film that you can watch in your living room right now. Just will not go away. And Smile 2.
It's a good flick, man.
Yeah.
Robot Meeseeks. It's great.
Whenever you say Meeseeks too, I'm like, I really should watch that. But yeah, it's just not going away.
It won't go away. I mean, it's even it would surprise me, although it wouldn't surprise me if it went up a little bit during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And still did not die, even though it's on streaming.
It seems like family movies, no matter where they're showing, it seems like they're like indestructible at the theater. Especially, it seems like if they have some sort of experience or length at the theater, it seems like it's a bit more of a sure thing for people who are looking for a weekend out. Already. Can't you have like some sort of surf rock version of it where a robot tells me about?
I don't have my surf rock music uploaded yet.
Can you tell the computers to make surf rock Christmas music?
I haven't tried that. I think I'll.
How have you not tried that?
I've surf rocked everything from horror so far to kaijus, but I have not surf rocked Christmas. I will do that right now as we speak. Go on with the numbers, my friend.
Oh, so yeah, the top five: Smile 2 in fifth with 5 million, Conclave in sixth with 4.1.
Huh. A lot of religious movies out right now.
Yeah. And Anora in seventh with 2.45. And that's only on 1,000 screens. That's interesting. So
wow.
if we were going by per theater average, Anora would be in fourth because it has $2,224 per screen. And that's more than even Wild Robot. Wild.
Damn.
Overlord: The Sacred Kingdom. What?
It's a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
What's it about?
I don't know. I thought it was just. I looked at the title and I thought it was maybe a sequel to that weird World War II zombie movie.
It is not.
Oh,
Once more?
isn't that about a video game world?
I don't know.
That people are in. Gray, you know more about the anime than, say, Warren, who fell back asleep. I think he did fall
Sorry,
back.
the dogs will not stop barking right now. But
Oh, that's okay. We love them in the background.
But yeah, it starts out with Momoanga, now known as the Sorcerer King, Ains Oelgaun, rallies the Sorcerer Kingdom and its undead army to join the fight alongside the Sacred Kingdom and the slain theocracy in hopes to defeat the demon emperor Jalaboth. Yeah, so that's Overlord: The Sacred Kingdom. It's an animated feature. It looks like it is a continuation of an anime, the movie one. So, hell yeah.
Okay. Warren, you asleep? You awake? Put you on the spot for a second.
What happened? I had to get a package. That's why.
Yeah, that's what she said. Have you seen Heretic at all?
No. That's
Did you see the
negative.
Christmas movie?
No. I can give you some more no's.
What about Venom 3? Did you see Venom 3?
A little bit.
What about that
A little
anime?
Based. I'm going to just assume that means you walked out. Sorry for stepping on Rizal. He was asking if you saw the anime movie, The Amazing Overlord or whatever.
No. You're going to get a lot of no's out of me.
Well, that's okay. We don't mind having a lot of no's from you.
No's
are good. No means no. I tell my boys that every day.
I wanted to see Smile too because I think it's a good start to a franchise, but I haven't checked that out.
It's not a feel-good movie.
It's not as good as the first one.
No, it's not a feel-good movie. It
I know.
it is what you expect it to be if you're familiar with the first one. But
Some of us think it's better than the first one. It is the second best musical of the year.
Smile.
Smile 2. Yeah,
Smile
it's got
2?
the girl who plays Jasmine in the live action of Aladdin, and yeah, she did her own singing and performances in this film. It circles around a pop star this time, so the music is heavily involved. It seriously is part musical-ish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did sort of see that in the trailer, but yeah, I'm more excited for 2025 movies since more Marvel movies are being released next year. So, what's that face, Charles? Like you're about to take a dump.
more like meh-vel.
Oh my goodness. Thunderbolts trailer released a new, different trailer, but just did more scenes that I saw. But we could talk about that next week.
It's a Red Hulk movie, though, isn't it? It's not really.
Wait, that's the. Wait, Thunderbolts isn't Red Hulk.
No, it's not Red Hulk.
He's
Yeah.
going to be in it, though, isn't he? I thought he
You're
was
thinking
gonna
of
be
the Captain Brave New World.
in it.
Why do I know
Captain
more
Reed-
about comic movies than you do?
Because you're more focused than I am right about this point.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
and then when Hydra shows up, it's awesome.
listen, Charles, gotta give faith. Deadpool Wolverine did well. So
I would love to find comic films to be captivating again, but it's been a while.
Wait, you didn't? Wait, you saw the Deadpool 3 the movie?
I did.
You didn't find that captivating of a movie?
I did. I feel like it's the worst possible thing to happen for the genre.
Hey, Warren, look at the private chat.
I enjoy it. It's the worst thing to happen.
Well, yeah, because
I sound like multi.
That's not fair. No, as you know, on its own, great job. But they're going to take the wrong lessons from this.
Hey, Gray, look at the private chat.
What do you mean wrong lessons? Genuinely.
So for the last 3-4 years, they've just been making multiverse dreck. I mean, has anything been remotely memorable of any of the Marvel films in the last 3 or 4 years?
Oh yes. No Way Home.
I bet you couldn't recognize
That's
the theme song of any of the
Sony
movies.
movie.
Come on, that's a technicality because they share it and they made an agreement. But okay, fair.
I mean, I'll give it to you, but like as far as Disney Marvels,
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
okay,
that was a very good movie. The villain was very good. The story was very good. It did fairly well. They almost hit $1 billion, didn't quite, but for
Let
an
me ask
ending.
you this. What are the most successful Marvel movies that are not sequels?
I mean, that's kind of a problem when you're saying that aren't sequels, because everything kind of is at this point.
it's going to have to be something from 2013.
I'm going to have to say the last really successful non-sequel movie is Captain Marvel.
It would have to be Avengers, wouldn't it?
But
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, that was terrible.
That made over $1 billion.
It did.
Yeah,
but the horrible, sneaky way where they said, like, you have to see this to understand the next one. And I feel like everybody felt cheated and they didn't see the second one, which is superior.
Surprised it's not a sequel.
I felt cheated. I will say that.
I know I did.
And you know, that's kind of the reason why Tom Hanks avoids Marvel like the plague. He doesn't want to be in sequels.
Also, Multiverse of Madness was a good movie.
Debatable.
I mean,
parts of it are great.
Sam Raimi did a great job. He brought back. I mean, that was like, I think he did. They're gonna bring him back on for more movies because they realize he's great at what he does.
Well,
He
it
is.
was better
And
than
the
my
Raimi
content
parts of that
creator
were the
gag.
best. Sorry for speaking way over you, Rosales. I don't know if everybody caught that. I was a jerk.
No, I was just saying that it was way better than my content creator gag. So.
I Wakanda Forever. I was not pleased with that movie, so I can agree. I didn't like that movie.
So Gray just said that the best parts of the Multiverse of Madness are the typically un-Marvel things.
For me, but I love me some Raimi. But like coming out of the mirror, like there's so many like Raimi shots, and like it really got horror. But sadly, the same thing that happened to like Edgar Wright, I believe, happened to him, and just they have set pieces done and under construction before they have a script ready. So it's
Marvel is notoriously factory worker about their films, and for people that have vision and artistic merit, it's just a terrible situation.
But that's why I have a little bit more faith after, you know.
Still
I mean,
processing music.
I know that Ryan Reynolds had to fight tooth and nail for creativity, but the reason I have to have faith, Charles, because they've admitted, not directly, but they've admitted that hey, they were producing too much stuff, and that they admitted that also it wasn't connecting as well with the audience, with some of the characters as well, and that also they didn't fully get the right people to do the right job. You know, they flat out said we got movie directors to do the streaming shows. You can't really do that for a stream. There's a different sort of ensemble of writing and how a series goes compared to the flow of how a movie goes. I mean, you know way more than I do in that department. So, you know, but every ship that starts off high has to fall down. That's why I'm okay that they did bad for a few years. It's gonna happen. Nothing lasts forever, but then you gotta rise back up at some point.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little in between the two of you. Like, I'm not quite as jaded as Chuckles is on this one, but I'm not quite as optimistic as you are, Warren. Like, I like a lot of the direction that they're going with a lot of these, and I think that they did take feedback, and they did see a bunch of the failures, and they have cut back, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're hacking off a bunch of these shows that don't seem to be working, and they've kind of pared it back. I'm really digging the direction that they went with like WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, and now Agatha. I am all on board for the non-caped version, even though you know, Doctor Strange has a cloak of sorts, but it's not the superhero part. It's the magic side. So that has me really excited. And then there's a couple of the other shows that they announced that I'm into. So yeah, I don't know. They've got my intrigue up.
I agree. And Ironheart looks like it's gonna like they fleshed that out because that was supposed to be this year and then they moved it.
Well, they've had it in the can for a couple years, and supposedly it's got like Mephisto and everything. So I'm a little worried on that one, but other than that, looks good to me.
It's gonna have to have Mephisto if because of the tie between the demon and the cloak and because the hood's in it. That's no spoiler. We all know the hood's gonna be in Ironheart, which is I'm kind of pissed about that. And you want to know why? The whole purpose of the Mandarin, right, was that Tony Stark relied on. Well, we find out later in the comics that the 10 rings are actually, not magical. They're
scientifical.
The technology in the comics. They even reveal that way later on. But it just pisses me off that they go with the magical concept of like tech versus magic but in Ironheart. I don't know how to feel about that, but I do like the concept of releasing the Hood because I think he's a important character for some other characters like Marvel Knights characters and Spider-Man, and so that's something. But I mean, I get what you're saying, Charles. I'm not disagreeing that it's had a lot of failures. I'm not.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine to disagree. I wish I were as hopeful as you. I just feel like they're going to take the wrong messages. Like Gray listed, a lot of the risks they're taking is with television, and it seems inverted where movies should be the things where you're taking risks and trying things artistically. And it tends to be the case where if something works at the theater, you really get paid off handsomely, where they used to be the safe thing on the big screen, and they're not really that so much. And I don't know what they're going to be doing moving forward on the heels of Deadpool Wolverine making so much money. Because I don't know if they're going to lean harder on the whole multiverse thing, which this is the first time that it's really worked well for them. And it's kind of in spite of itself, where it's like they're roasting their own selves. And what is the message they take from that doing well?
Oh, well, first, which game are we going to play? And then I'll answer your question.
Well, it's up to you guys. And if you want to play with
easy
stuff there, you can join in. I sent the link on the YouTube, but guess what? YouTube isn't updating on the on the restream, so you're gonna have to go to YouTube to check it out, or it's in the chat on the Usagi. Welcome Usagi, because we've also put it on the Twitter. My personal Grimm Tales of Rainbow Falls put it on the chat in the Twitter sphere. So that's where you can go to get in on this game. But what game are we gonna play?
Let's try story. That's simple.
Story. You don't like the Exquisite Corpse, where everybody gets to draw a little piece of the pie?
No.
Let's see. Story. Create together a starting from the sentence and add your touch to the drawings. You like that, Charles? Chuckles?
Sure.
Gray? Gray, do you concur?
Sure.
Concur, Gray? Everybody concurs. Sure. Okay. We can do co-op then. And we'll give somebody a minute here real quick to see if they...
To answer your question, Charles, I think they're going to take a lesson from Penguin, though, for sure. they're gonna see what worked for that series, and they might apply it on to their other series in a sense of like what it takes to have a good show. And
You hear the jingle bells there?
yes,
Sounds kind of like Western surf. Eh. What about this one?
would you be able to lower it down a little bit?
Yes, I can.
That's great. That's good. But yeah, I think Thunderbolts is gonna surprise. I think, um, I think it's gonna be the last trailer. A lot of comments I read throughout, like a lot of people said that it gives them Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, which is good because a lot of people are going into a team that they don't know, which is good because they get to, and maybe this might pull off or rub off. But the reason I'm like, I'm not saying Captain Optimism. I do have one movie that I think is not gonna be. The movie I'm actually is the Secret Wars and Doomsday. I think it's a last minute thing. I think they should just. That's my biggest fear. Not the single movies. That's my biggest fear actually. Those two movies.
One question: have you seen the Agatha thing at all?
No, I was waiting for the last episode, which aired what last week, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Well, no big deal, but it leads me to think that they are thinking about this way more. That they're kind of doing a couple of arcs out of that, and specifically with the kid from there, which will lead it to the Young Avengers, which kind of leads me to think that they are from the multiverse of madness and what they just did with Deadpool Wolverine, that they have kind of thought this out and they have kind of thought this Wanda journey. But I don't know, man. I get a feeling this isn't last minute tacked on. That even bringing Downey Jr. back in, there's kind of a purpose for this. I think it is the Doom that has Wanda. I think it's going to be interesting.
Well, it was reported that Mads Mikkelsen. Oh, you can start the game, by the way, Rosales. It was reported that Mads Mikkelsen was in contention for Doctor Doom, and it's been said that RDJ is only doing that the first film. The second film will have a completely different Doom actor. So, I think that that's why I thought when people were over exaggerating, like, "Oh my God, it's RDJ." It's RDJ coming back. I thought that was a bit over exaggerated. Oh my God, this is gonna be.
Are you people
There is
cheating?
zero way to draw this. Wow.
Wow.
Hey, but like a fifth of your time is gone, so hurry.
Wow.
And now like half your time's gone.
This isn't cool. Why is this going so fast?
It's because of the surf music.
Because you're going to cooperate with others.
No,
That's why.
I don't do well with others.
This looks absolutely hard.
Are you? Ah!
Yeah, not doing good over here. Sorry, whoever gets this.
I didn't even finish.
Oh, whoever did this is awesome.
What? What am I? Wait. Oh, you have to draw on top of this.
Oh man.
Wait, what?
Iron Man. Oh. Which one's which? Jeez.
Hmm.
Have we ever played this one? I don't think we've ever played
I don't think we have. This is
I don't think so.
this is troublesome.
I think we chose the one under what
what we were
Warren
supposed
wanted.
to. Yes. I don't
Yeah,
think we did
I
what
think
we
he
were
just
supposed
wanted
to.
story, and
Ah.
instead we're cooperating.
Ah.
Why?
Are we though?
Well, we're supposed to be.
It's not working. Oh no! No, I don't like that sound.
I don't know how to improve this amazing drawing that got sent to me. I think I know who did it because it looks so good, but yeah, I
Oh.
just ruined it.
It's not me. Ah. Oh.
This one's done.
You need some color. This needs color.
Right. I guess I could color this.
I'm not looking at your thing, but
I was just talking to myself, but
Oh.
you better not be looking at my thing.
I literally said this needs color, and you said I can color my thing.
Yeah, I thought we were having a conversation.
Oh, okay.
But apparently not.
That's F air enough.
Hmm. Yeah, you got about a quarter of your time remaining, so be
Woo.
ready for the thing to do that thing right now.
The thing?
It did that thing.
Wait,
Did the little thing?
Indeed.
Who's
We all
that
agreed.
supposed to be? Wait a minute. Wait, what? What?
No. Uh-oh.
What? What?
I don't know what to do.
What? Yeah, no notes. It's precious. I mean, great job.
Thank you. I tried. There. I have ruined it. Yeah, you got about a third of your time left to ruin it further. And now a quarter of the time remains. Do believe there's one more round after this. So
But there's
yeah,
nothing
get
left.
ready to add one more time to one more drawing. I believe this is the final one. Now,
Whoa!
I thought it was going to be a story.
Awesome.
What the heck is this? Who is that? I don't know what this is.
This is awesome, and I have no idea how to add to it. So
You might have the one I
I
just
guess I'll.
Does it have your partner in crime, Gray?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to add to that.
I added nothing to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Guess I could do this.
The Agatha all along. Oh, that's the other one then, I guess.
The woman. That's the woman.
Ah,
The
I
lady
think I
friend.
know which one you may have received, Rosales.
Is this inaccurate? I don't know. What's
Pretty
that?
accurate. I don't know. I have
I don't know what that
no
is.
idea.
I have no idea what I just did. I just wanted to take it away.
But
Let's
hey,
undo
we're
all that.
almost done. It's close.
I know. I'll add Ant-Man. There we go. Call it done.
Hey! I was doing something.
Well. Oh, I didn't tell you you had no time left. I'm sorry.
All right. We're going to do voiceover. No, we'll just do this.
Oh.
Dr. Doom is Iron Man. But then, because I thought it was a story, there's Dr. Doom as Iron Man. Reincarnate Wanda.
I like it.
And
it's pretty good, Wanda.
That's the Agatha all along. Okay. And then it came back around for some reason.
Everybody wins.
And I added the Ant-Man at the end there. So
I didn't even notice that.
That makes more sense. Yeah, I didn't know what to add to that, so I ruined it.
Iron Man versus Deadpool, says Chuckles. And then Warren drew it.
Oh.
And then I started to draw. I didn't get all the way. Oh, look, there's the rest of Deadpool.
Perfect.
The all-important context was added. And now it's a Jawa.
I couldn't finish his damn...
What did you add to his chest there?
I was going to give him his... Doesn't he have, like, the things that hold his
the
katanas?
straps?
Yeah.
Destroyed's motivator is busted. What are you trying to sell me? All right, what do we got next? Marvel is life. Thank you, Warren.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
M equals life.
Perfect, Char.
Nice addition. Marvel. Usagi. I'm angry. Yeah. What is that? Oh, that's Deadpool's gun. I see. So that's where we were going with that. Deadpool was going to be shooting Baby Hulk.
Deserved. Yeah, so I ran out of time.
What was it supposed to be?
I think I was going to say shooting a starfish with a shotgun. Something, American about it, not just a regular starfish.
American starfish.
But I love that. Rosales, what could be added after that?
No notes.
Nothing. Apparently, the Chuckles. SpongeBob. There we go. Am I supposed to be yellow?
That was a pretty good Patrick.
Usagi. Dr. Doom has Wanda.
Yeah, I got Rosales's. That's amazing. What do you add to that?
RDJ. A little verbal definition. Oh, look at that. We got some color.
I tried.
We got a little more color. It's a race to finish the coloring.
Aww.
Oh, they're in love.
Look at that.
It's some
I
kink right
choose
there.
you for my bride. Something like that. Who knows? And that was that. Yes, I clicked co-op instead of story.
What can you do?
Warren didn't get what he wanted. Warren, let's give you what you want. Okay? Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Start writing a story.
Okay, so we are telling a story and it continues in this one. Hell yeah. Time is running out. About a quarter of your time is gone. Pressure is on. Write a story.
I have a country surfing Christmas. Not the best Christmas song you'll ever hear.
What is?
I think it's that Mariah Carey one.
I spell that wrong. They got autocorrect in here.
Autocorrect.
Well, they have spell check on it.
Come back. Damn kaiju songs in my head. Oh.
Charles, you're cheating.
I'm what? I'm taking my shoes off on your couch here. I'm being a hypocrite.
Okay.
We're coming to our last one, folks. We're coming to our last one.
Oh,
We've got
there
to
is
end the
one left.
story.
Oh, what?
Time to
Final
end the
one. The end.
Oh. That's weird. You got two of mine back to back there. Or sales.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I'll ruin whatever comes my way. So,
Well, I screwed up. There was one word that was supposed to go on there, other than the end.
well,
Thend?
let's see what happens.
Ran out
Themed?
of time.
Wow. Once upon Latveria,
Oh.
there were two twins, one who was fast, one who was a witch. They were unmade at the time the hex was released, but that it pretend universe, so who cares? It was Bob Igor Alon. Alanon?
It's supposed to be all
All
along.
along. Okay.
La la
Jake-
la la la.
Jason Blum will try to buy it cheap.
Indeed.
That makes
Wow.
sense.
Tracks.
In this new horror film, Winnie the Pooh rides a cannibal hippo,
Oh, you had all of my things.
dripping with the blood of his enemies. He pulls his sword in and out of his opponent with the
Oh.
maximum damage. The goal.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Mhm.
Wow, it sounds like a D&D game, doesn't it? Warren, penguins are cute.
Hmm.
But there's nothing cuter than otters that eat the flesh of zombie squirrels, which was very nutty in flavor. Then
Ooh.
came some revenge from the texture, which was so off-putting it was scraped off this.
Ew. That's
Off
Tongue
his
was supposed to be the final.
tongue.
that sentence is off-putting, Gray.
Indeed.
The texture of rotted flesh of the squirrel zombies. That's a great title. That is a great title.
Tell AI to make a song about that.
I'm going to have it write a script in about 5 minutes.
It'll make a 2-hour movie in 13 minutes.
The dogs won't quit barking until the dishes are done.
Oh, no.
Kamala has a future indeed.
Hmm.
McDonald's is hiring seasonal workers.
Jesus.
Their job will be the meth heads who ask for money.
Wow.
Man, did that get political and topical real quick.
Yeah, that was my fault.
I shouldn't have brought up the dogs.
There was a group of folks who love to play Gartic Phone. They don't come to this channel, but if they did, oh, what a hostage situation we're in. Talk about every Marvel movie every day.
Hmm.
What could be next? What if movies? The end. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, wait. Next. New term? Is this more than once? Oh, I see. It
no.
goes back here.
We are done.
We are done. Do we want to do another one, or are we done for the day, guys? Do we want
Is
to?
that it? We're done. Like the whole episode's done.
I think so. We're getting close to it.
Oh.
It's like 2:54 as far as lengthwise.
We could do one more story.
One more story.
That's
Or do
super
you want to do? I want to do an exquisite corpse with you guys.
Oh
think
yeah, we could do. We could do that.
Okay,
Charles,
the
are
opposite
you
of
up
a
for it?
story.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
One last time in the States.
Oh, you're moving too, Charles? Okay.
Moving? No.
No,
I want to
he's
say
just-
publicly, I am not
He's
moving.
traveling.
He doesn't want to be drafted when the Civil War starts.
If
No,
you're
he's a
watching
sovereign
this-
citizen. He's just traveling. That's all.
Sovereign citizen. They get no. They get. Have you seen those videos of the sovereign citizens in court? They get no love.
They're quite hilarious.
They get no love. So
I'm traveling. I don't have a license. I don't need one.
So here, guys, you draw the head, and then you go past cross the lines to give clues to what you've drawn to the next person. So, yeah, that's how we do things around here. The heck?
This music's killing me.
In the worst way possible?
No, I'm fine.
All right. We want to make sure Charles gets out of here on a happy note.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't. Oh. No, that makes it worse. I don't know what to do here.
Neither do I.
Well, I know what I'll be humming when I'm being detained in a British airport.
The most British sounding music I've ever heard.
Make sure to finish those little final details because you've got half your time remaining.
Jesus. Music. What is this?
That's the theme to
That's some
After
After Dark music.
Oh. I feel like riding in a taxi in 1980s New York.
That was the field you told me to get for the.
Oh, this is my doing?
Yes, you said, why don't you do something that looks like a 1980s kind of introduction to a late night show?
Wow.
Cable After Dark.
Nailed it.
Tonight's special guest, Chuckle. Warren. We'll hear from Gray. Less than half your time remaining.
Only about 40 more seconds.
Nice.
And just so you know, if you get mine, there will be cheater notes.
I probably should have done that.
Telling us what not to do? What to do?
Oh, that would be hilarious if I did that. If I put misleading notes. I should have thought about that. Tonight's episode, misleading notes and
What?
unfair gameplay.
Weird. I got one that's like eerily similar to mine. Good times.
Well, some people think alike.
Impossible.
It sounds very night courty. Not anymore, it doesn't.
Night Cordy. Awesome.
Oh, it sounds like a half-season replacement that never got picked up about a detective somewhere in Jersey. It ran for like 6 episodes, and that was it. During the holiday season. Or somebody who used to do radio got themselves a talk show at night. Half your time remaining.
Beep, 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 beep. Hmm.
You looking at my screen, Charles? Is that what you did?
Oh, now I am. Very good.
That's the cheating portion down
That's
there.
quite fluid.
Well, it's filled with fluid.
I know because the top one's mine.
Oh, okay.
Very,
Good.
very thematically
Correct.
done. Yep.
I hope that's not a lady's head up there.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh,
What
somebody
the-
took notes the wrong way.
What in the hell am I looking at? Okay.
Don't know what to do with this now.
You only have 3/4 of your time remaining. so-
I have no idea. I call foul.
Likewise.
Could you tell what I was drawing when you called foul or something?
No.
Fair enough. Coincident then. You will see.
Ah. Oh, Charles knows what's coming.
I finished mine, and we literally did the very similar things for the bottom.
Very similar reasons. I feel like the plastic surgeon in the Batman movie. Look what I had to work with. You see my tools. Look what I had to work with here. I don't even know what kind of accent this is. So horrified. There we go. Quarter of your time remaining. So we have one window accessible to the cats. And now they're fighting over it. Who gets control of the window?
Maybe they're fighting because they think the other two cats left through there.
You ate them, didn't you? I know you ate them. Less than a third of your time remaining. As in, it's over.
That pretty good estimate.
All right. let's have a look at what we started here. Warren, you still with us?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's. Oh, why does it start with me? Okay, so here's a random person. Whoa!
Whoa!
Hold on.
Wow, wee wah.
Oh my goodness!
This is brought to you by
A duck.
StreamYard.
Look at that. That is. Wow, man. That is the kind of thing that surprises you on the internet, doesn't it?
That is
So wait, was this a political one?
It looks like it may have started that way.
Huh. I want to know what's in the hand. What's in that right hand or the screen left hand?
It's I don't know. It looks like an upside down umbrella or maybe
I'd say
axe.
pickaxe or umbrella.
Pickaxe. She got a job at Minecraft, and there's a,
Yeah. Learn to mine. I think that's what they say, right?
you know, she got a job protecting ducks. Okay. Okay, moving on. What do we got here? There's hey. Somebody
Nice. He's a handsome fella.
Oh.
Ooh, who's
And he's angry.
strong?
Oh.
He's a merman.
Hey, you got something to say about it? Yeah, I'm a merman. I love the little fish there too. He's got a little pal, that goes with him. Yeah.
So cute.
I was thinking boxing trunks when I wrote that note. Trunks.
I mean, they're trunky.
Yes. Yes. Notes will work. Warren, what did you put down here?
Oh.
Hex.
Whoops.
Rex. Rex.
Oh, the Rex makes so much sense now.
It's like we're looking at a spell.
It's haunted.
Done in emoji.
Well, what do you see?
Yes, most people see a dolphin. But if you see... That is cursed.
Aw.
Duckman.
A punk duck.
Punk duck.
Oh.
Oh, we got the legs early. I had nothing to work with here. What did it say? Random
Perfect.
bearhead. I had nothing to work with here. Random bearhead. I don't know why this German.
It needs to be. It's absolutely perfect, though.
Look what I have to work with here, fellas. A duck, random duck. Punk duck, no leg.
I kind of wish I tried to put more legs on it. That would have been it. Whoa.
Ooh, Salvador Dali.
Wow.
Very
I love
nice.
the dolly.
Ooh.
With a midriff. I like that.
This is the midriff episode.
Ooh, look at that, the feats.
Mm.
That's
I think
very
it works.
Dali-esque. Yeah,
No
very
crotch.
Dali-esque. Yes. And would you have anything less with Dali? I would smile, but look at my crotch. I have nothing to smile
No
about.
reason to smile.
No reason to smile. I'll just thumbs up this giraffe.
Yes. Well,
No, what a good time we had today, folks. What fun it was to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
open sleigh.
Sleigh girl, sleigh.
Conquer, King, conquer.
Well, Warren, what are you going to be doing this week?
Well, we just finished up some stuff on a app, so that's a lot of overtime. That's what I'll be doing. Overtime, a lot of work, and the gym. I can't seem to break my newest plateau, so
Those
gotta figure
apps
it
never work.
yeah. Other than that,
Well, you know what you could try? Working harder.
Yeah.
Learn to code.
Yeah, have you tried just being better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get
You
good,
know,
kid.
you could push yourself to the breaking point and eat a whole lot less, and then wind up in the hospital.
Nice.
Or you can not drink any water at all while you're working out, and it'll all be water weight that you lose.
This is true.
And then you'll cramp like nobody's business. You
I
build
I
up
really,
acid in your muscles.
I really don't know what's going on this week because I think that this is the last of a. Because we're in November? Yeah, I think this is the last of any sort of huge project for the year. So I don't know, to be honest. I'll probably catch up with Agatha all along. That's what I'll do. Oh, and watch Penguin tonight, of course.
Based.
Ooh, it's kind of epic.
Wow, that's really dramatic in a great way.
Yes, it's Epic Jingle Bells is what it's called.
It's very
On the next
epic.
episode of Super Sunday Rock Road.
Now this is the theme to Red One.
Oh, I was going to say, did
No.
AI just do this? Because this is pretty impressive.
No, but it is free. So I was logged onto a website, or I was subscribed to a website that allowed you to take and use whatever you could download. They had download limits, but images, videos, music, all kinds of things. And I nabbed a ton of music before the guy died, and his inheritors
Hey, I
shelved
was
the
on
whole
that
thing.
site.
Yes, and they killed it. They killed the website. They killed everything. So
Yeah,
the
screw them.
lifetime subscription was for the lifetime of the guy.
Who apparently
guy-
didn't live that long.
Yeah, he died. He died. Music go bye bye. You hear my cat? He's lonely again.
Sorry, I just thought that would be epic, but it was not.
So Gray,
Kinda
what
epic.
what is everybody else doing this week? Wait. Let's ask Charles what he's got planned for this week.
A flight. And boy, will my arms be tired.
Will you be doing anything this evening?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I had it right that time. We'll, 3/4 of us will be talking about this past weekend and The Heretic and some other movie junk. 9 p.m. Eastern.
And then you're going to spend quality time with the family, I'm assuming, later on.
Sure. I got to get there first. If they let me in,
If they let you in, should you pass the smell test, if you will.
which I will not.
Oh, that was almost a perfect ending for that song. Just right there on that. I wish I was not. But it just keeps going on and on. So, Gray Poupée, what will you be doing? He's taking care of the dogs, so that's fine.
Apparently, I forgot to unmute. I apologize about that. That's about it. Showbiz is the main thing. But eventually, videos on my channel. Hey, I've got a gun. Whoops.
What do you mean all hostile for?
Yeah. Pay no attention to that. Yeah. Videos eventually. But yeah, main thing, check out Charles's show. And then when you're done with that, go over to Rosales' channel. Ring the bell. You'll know when all their shows are. It's good times. When you're done with that, go over to Thinkers every Thursday. It's good times. But eventually stuff on my channel.
Oh.
I don't know why, but that works better with King Charles over here. I think that's
It
what we'll
does.
call you from this point on. At least after next
One
week.
more week. Yep.
One more week, we'll have King Charles back on the back in the mix, and maybe he'll regale us with wonderful menus of tasty fare
Oh.
in the land of the freer.
Speaking of tasty fare.
That reminds me, I got to eat everything possible now.
Grab a chili dog on the way back. Spend some time in the porta potty
Gotta get
over
some
the
pizza.
Atlantic.
Some Mexican, because they don't know what that is over there.
No, no.
Hmm.
If you see somebody up there selling Christmas tamales, run away. Run away.
You know,
It will be nothing like anything over here. It'll be filled with haggis and bread pudding and blood pudding. Blood pudding tamales. Yeah, we got cornmeal here, so we can make it. Worst accent for the worst interpretation of food.
I think you did the best interpretation.
don't encourage him.
So, Gray, are you going to be showing up Friday?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Nice.
Only things could stop me. Other than that, I'll be there.
Oh, a woman? Okay, I agree.
No, I interpret that as I'll be happy to show up if nothing else comes up.
I mean, things happen, but providing that they don't, yes, I will be there.
Yeah. If I happen to make some plans, then I'll be there if I can't make any plans.
Gray's taking his post 75-day vacation.
Sent you that screen thing for the title card. Yes, that's what it was. I sent you
Title card.
because we do now have a second show called After Dark, Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. MST. That's Magical Standard Time, Mystical Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. And people may or may not show up. I could be by myself. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Well, we know Charles won't be there.
For this week, at least.
Yes, he'll be bribing authorities. And
I better be situated by Friday. Jesus.
There's something wrong with the paperwork.
Yeah. If I'm in airport jail on Friday, I'm not going to be a very fun customer.
No, you'll be like Tom Hanks in the terminal.
Medicine for goat.
Oh man, and we'll be back here next week on a Sunday morning, and eventually we'll have another what do you call it?
Herpes?
Morning coffee.
Oh.
What,
coffee.
The podcast, the actual podcast that goes out to podcast locations, wherever you get your fine podcasts. Like, what are some of those places? Like
Joe Rogan?
Yes, kind of like a Joe Rogan. Wherever you get your Joe Rogan podcasts, that's where you can find Morning Coffee with Dan Rosales. And we talk about different things, and sometimes we have AI hosts talk about different things, and sometimes I interview people. You've never seen one, have you, Charles?
No.
Is that the For Butter's Sake thing?
No.
Isn't that an AI host?
Yes, that guy's an AI host. He's an AI sportscaster. That's who that is. What's the one that's with an S?
Siri.
No. You play music on it?
Spielberg?
No.
Spotify?
Stylophone?
Yes, Spotify.
Stylophone.
Stylophone. It's the one with the stylus.
All right, fair enough. Xylophone is better.
Yes.
It's better for the ha-has.
Spotify. You can find it on the Spotify.
The one with the S.
Well, I don't know
The
right
tier?
now. Let's see. Rosales Comic Sunday. Let me just go real quick. And I'll bring one up so that you can be amazed, horrified, and I wouldn't have paid anybody to do this anyway. So that's the important part. The important part is that I never would have paid anybody to do it. And share the screen here and come up here. Yes, Morning Coffee with Dan Rosales right there. And
that's an
return
AI
to,
host?
Return to the good old days of TV. And it's an article that I wrote that
Mhm.
talks about how they could return back to television. And then the audio version of this is more of like a conversation between two people that are not real.
What?
Welcome to the new and refreshed Morning Coffee, where
Ah.
two dynamic hosts bring a fresh perspective to the conversations you love, all over a cup of coffee. Whether
What?
you're a longtime listener or
you
just
hear it?
tuning in, get ready
Yeah.
for
Yes.
a daily dose of humor, warmth, and fresh energy.
Remember those good old days?
AI
I'm not
coffee,
talking about like childhood or anything, but the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, back when you'd actually like wait for your favorite show to come back. season
This
after
is haunted.
season.
Oh, the anticipation.
Right, the buzz. Those were the days.
And you know what else came with those like structured seasons?
Segue?
What's that?
Shows that didn't completely break the bank.
That's right. Which, I mean, it makes you.
Why does it do it like that?
That's kind of awesome.
It's horrifying.
It's
You know, the 80s or 90s, excuse me.
yeah, it's kind of conversational, and I did not sample gray, um, but apparently Google has, and created the perfect podcast co-host for some lady. I guess you can't
And he sounds
choose the
good.
voices. Yeah.
Of course he sounds good to you. He fucking sounds like you.
Do you hear yourself on that, Gray? Does it sound like you're listening to one of these old-timey answering machines?
No, but I can hear what you mean. But yeah, I think that's a different guy. I like that guy. I respect his work. We'd probably be in the same casting office.
At some point, we have
It
to
would be an
admit
awkward
that you
audition.
are an AI bot, and you have been the entire time.
Every once in a while, there's lag.
You wonder, in this whole world of endless streaming options and, let's be honest, kind of dwindling bank accounts,
Oh no.
could looking back be the answer? Could the 90s, dare I say, hold the key to a more sustainable future for television?
What?
It's a fascinating question, and honestly, the data seems to suggest it's not as far-fetched as it might sound.
Anyway, the podcast shows up whenever I have no opportunity to record one, and some thoughts that I want to share. So that's what morning coffee has become. I used to do interviews
That's
with people,
awesome.
and we if you go back through the records of the old podcasts that I did some 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago. There were interviews, there were movie reviews, there were all kinds of stuff happening on that, and that just never landed on a theme that worked really, really well. So
So you decided robots.
robots,
Robots over coffee.
the thing
Their
is,
favorite drink.
if you make a robot podcast with robots and then pay China to have robots listen to them, you might accidentally get popular. At any point, there will be no use for us living. AI will run itself for itself.
Yeah,
And
I
with
ran
that,
into that problem about a decade ago. I stopped being useful. Sorry, Warren. I think I spoke over you. I think maybe you were about to make an exit.
yeah, I'm about to head out. I gotta go to the gym, so before it gets too packed.
You
So
got this. I believe you'll get out of the plateau, man. It's just progressive overload. Like maybe you
yeah,
can hold that tension for one more second. You got this.
yeah, I'm stuck between between 220, 230. It seems I can't. I get close to 220, then I get back up to 228. I don't know what to do. So I gotta figure it out. But on the bright side, I am doing pretty good, and I can not feel better rather about myself. So anyway, it was good being on.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
probably see more of me
No,
now.
it was good to have you
Oh
here.
yeah.
It's I just apologize that not more people have been listening to me, so that they can't hear you either, because you're here.
Well,
This
well,
is
I'll be here. I'll be here.
September 22. That's when I started doing it, and it's available on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Nice.
So, and yeah.
All right.
So there's
Well,
that. Thanks for
take
being here,
care.
buddy.
All right.
Everybody. Yeah.
Have a good weekend, all.
Toodles.
Toodles to you. Toodles to me. Toodles to everybody. Let's everybody give the nice wave. And we will say bye. If you had hands, I know you would be able to do it. You would do it too, Gray, if you had hands. But,
Yeah.
Since you're an AI bot, you could just say goodbye.
Slow wave. Goodbye. Slow waving.
In your eyes 風がそっとささやきつけて君と過ごす未来描くよどんな困難さえ乗り越えてそばにいたいから